All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to stream. It's D&D night. Got a bunch of my players here, ready to go. Unfortunately, I do see that I have to change Discord's Fugi system again because everyone's way too close to each other. Grizz, we just started. We just started, man. What the hell? Although I don't know why that redeem didn't make noise. It's supposed to make noise. I scuff every time, I swear. Let's see. How come you didn't hear it? Let's try it now. There we go. Now we hear it. Try not to use that one during during the game, though. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to like take 2 seconds to fix the Fugis because they're being wonky again. Because everyone has different type sizes of Fugis and whatnot, and it's like when I go do collabs with people, sometimes it gets weird. Let's see here. Reactive Fugi Tech. Your bonk was redeemed, Grizz. It's just the sound didn't appear. Hold on. I'll bonk myself, okay? Give me a second. There you go. Happy? You happy now? Okay. Give me a second. I gotta fix the Fugis because they're being weird. Gotta make sure everyone's a little farther from each other. Hold up. There we go. Wait, a little too much. There we go. Perfect. And then now, Discord. We're gonna move this over. There we go. Perfect. Okay. And so, last time we left off, the party had just dealt with. I need a loading emote because I swear to God that's gonna happen a lot when I play D&D. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna unmute. These guys are gonna be able to hear me, and I'll be able to hear them. We're gonna do a quick recap, but essentially tonight it is a brand new story arc. After 6 years and a couple months, we're finally on the maybe not the final arc, but like we're doing some changes. We're doing some things. Did we just lose someone? I saw Fugi disappear. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're missing someone. Oh, Misery just DC'd. Perfect. There she is. Okay, here we go. Unmuting. Hello? Okay. Alrighty, so, right. What do you guys remember that happened last? Don't all answer at once. Well, I gave you the guarantee that this is the timeline. Audrey made all the precautions and made sure you were able to go to the right one. It's just you may or may not be up and down a couple years. Oh, what the heck? You guys can't hear them? 1 second. Which is good. Thank you, Gris, for letting me know, because as you and I both know, we won't ever know unless chat tells us. Yeah, I know. I saw your ping. Thank you. Give me a second. Oh, it's because we're not on my Discord. We're on our other private Discord. That's why. Can you guys say something real quick?
Something really quick?
Okay, now you guys should be able to hear them. Is good?
Go fast.
Gris status report.
Hello.
Scuff is it's every stream. That's just part of it. I mean, professional indie VTubers do this all the time, just like Amelie, Queen of Scuff. But you should be able to hear them now.
Is it less scuff
Riz,
now?
can you hear us?
Can anyone hear them? Should be able to. Forgot to check Discord. Should be the right one. Skies of Navalor. Discord, yeah. Yeah, we're good. Excellent. Thank you, Andillian. All right.
Hey.
So, last we left off. Take it away.
So we finally returned back to the Dragon's Head Inn in what's the word of this name of the city?
Nimbusol.
Nimbusol, thank you. And Audrey asked us if we wanted to stick around and hold on 1 second, I gotta move one headphone off my ear. Audrey asked us if we wanted to stick around to help them defeat their Brignoll. The vast majority of us decided that no, we needed to take care of our own world. Lyra decided to stay behind, and Misery got a whole bunch of magical swag, and we had a lot of emotion. That was something else.
Why was there emotion? What happened? What caused the emotion?
Because Lyra decided to stay behind, and we have the feeling that we might never see her again, and that is sad.
Mm-hmm. Which I guess, Lyra, I guess your picture now doesn't make any sense. We'll fix that
Oh
eventually.
yeah, we have to update that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I might just give you my one of my profile pictures to use as a thing instead of my character.
Yeah,
Might
sure.
just be
Whatever
easier.
works. Okay. And so, as you leave the time stream, finding yourself in front of someone who seems to have recognized you. It is snowing. It is outside. And in front of this person... Oh, actually, your surroundings show that there is a sort of graveyard. It's very small. Not a lot of graves here. It seems to be like private property. Couple of graves. And you see this human girl in front of you with red hair and a large robot. And they turn around. And, yeah, take it away. I am not here.
Is that who I think it is?
Huh.
Huh.
You're just gonna see the figure kind of stand up and just kind of cautiously but slowly approach. She's squinting real hard. She's looking all of you up and down. Her big robot's right on her side.
Does she
Well, I'll
look
be
any
damned.
different or older or anything?
Give me a perception check. Mostly because it is snowing and there's a bit of a flurry going on. And the area is a little different.
That is a... Oh my gosh, how do I do that again? 7 plus... 25.
Why do we even bother? You can see the universe. I forgot you got a perception of 20 plus.
But in this case, it actually was a good roll. It was a 16 roll, and I just have a lot of bonuses. But my
Yeah.
actual perception score is only 7, so...
Oh, never mind. I thought you were like a half of the party that took
No,
observant.
I'm not like Lyra, who like... Her passive perception is 40, and any kind of roll is just redundant.
Right now, that's
At
just
current-
Kratos and Misery.
At current, Lyra's passive perception is 29.
God damn it.
So she can see us right now.
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna hide anything. Wait, Lyra is not part of the party.
Lyra. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Lyra's story has concluded. Because we're back here again. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, you take a good look at this person now that they walked a little closer. As someone who is very close to them, but maybe a few months ago in your perception of reality, they definitely look older, especially as a human who live only a bit longer than you. You have a very good idea who this is. But it looks like they have definitely aged.
Well, you look taller.
You don't look any different.
Should we look different?
I mean, maybe some of y'all, probably not, but some of y'all should definitely be looking at least a little bit older.
Oh, I want to say that you can retract your helmets while you have your suit on, because you all are suited up who do have it, in order to travel through that time stream.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was on, so I'll just
Yeah,
assume
I should have
did that.
specified.
Yeah.
But I would imagine you guys would have removed your helmets.
Yeah, I probably would have lowered my visor as soon as I realized who it was.
Well, I mean, a couple months of wear and tear, but you look like you've gone through a couple more than a couple months.
A couple of months.
How long were we gone?
I mean, like, from when I last saw y'all?
Hold on, I'm gonna cut people off real quick. Because you are right in front of her, and you do know who this is. Would anyone like to make an insight check or an insight check in order to kind of get a bit of a guess?
I would love to.
Okay. Anyone else? Only one person.
No, go for it, Misery.
That's fine.
All right, go ahead, do it.
For once, I roll good on insight. That's dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty, filthy
Okay.
20.
The DC is a little higher for you because because first of all, you are a long-lived species, and your kind don't really go up here. But in the time that you've known Vuri, and you've spent a lot of time with her, you can surmise that humans definitely age quicker than you. And you hazard a guess, this could be maybe give or take 9 years?
50 years? 50 years, I'd say. 9 years. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good. Oh my god, 9
I mean,
years.
though,
Yeah.
50 years and 9 years would probably be about the same to Misery.
Probably, yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's so hard. I just made the DC higher, but I mean, 20 is a 20. Anyway, go
Even
ahead.
a dirty one. Well, happy birthday.
Thanks.
Holy shit.
You guys really have no idea how long it's been, do you?
No.
No. For us, it's been maybe about not even 2 months, maybe a month.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll be damned the old man wasn't lying after all. Huh.
Why? What did he know? What did he tell you?
Well, Barbados came dropped y'all off and said some real funky shit was going down, but he had no idea where you went, so he came back. I figured he was just trying to be nice and, didn't necessarily want to tell a teenager, hey, your weird adult friends didn't want you tagging along anymore. Huh.
So, Vuri, where exactly are we right now?
We're in Rhymecast. Where does it look like?
Kratos, would you like to make a perception check to get more information about your surroundings?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Although I don't know why I bother asking you. You have, of all people, have a minimum of 20.
I think my passive is 21.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. Just no need to roll.
But
So
what
like
if
I
he
said
gets
before,
a 1?
yeah, you know what? Sure. Go ahead,
I'll just
roll.
I'll just
Is it-
roll a dice, and if it's not a 1, I'll tell you. No, I rolled a 19, so there we
He
go.
says, I can't
Okay.
see anything, and then it turns out his eyes are closed.
Okay, so as I said before, just your immediate surroundings was a graveyard. But as you take a second to really take in your surroundings, you see that this place looks a bit familiar. You're seeing that some of the architecture is very much the same. As Very said, this is Rhymecast. But this doesn't look like the main area. This looks like more of the expansion area that you guys have explored before. But it was very much still in like the framework and land acquisition of the City of Rhymecast expansion. But everything around you, you're clearly in a backyard, like private property. But as you turn the corner, looking around and seeing as far as that you can, there are full buildings. It is fully and completely developed. It's been quite a bit along. Been quite a while, but you are indeed in Rhymecast. Vuri looks much older, and this place is very much developed.
Okay.
You know for a fact that not far from here was the... Actually, a bit of a jaunt from here would be the facility where you guys first met Troy.
So we're not near the city?
You're in the city, but you're in the city expansion area.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Getting my actual sheet. There we go.
So go ahead and...
Well, I think we have a lot of catching up to do, don't we?
Well, I hope y'all are here for a while, because it's, it's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
Fingers
think-
crossed nothing's gonna move us that far again.
Yeah, we've kind of been through some shit.
All right, walk and talk. Let's go.
Where do you want to go?
Wherever is inside somewhere.
All right. Let's see, who would have been?
You do, as you look around, there are a couple places that you can immediately go to. Of course, there is the Vorslan home that is like just right next to you, because you are again on private property as the Vorslan family's main estate. You could also go back to the Navalor, which is docked a bit of a ways, but it is your personal private quarters that isn't your home away from home, the Vorslan family house. Or you can go to a local tavern, which may or may not be a place of mourning for the loss of friends, family, and or whatnot, and whatever other events that transpired that the rest of the party does not know about.
I'll bring him into the house. Probably better just to get him out of sight as soon as possible.
Sounds good.
Figure Reenie's probably gone.
Yeah, currently Rini is back in her workplace, as she is a very busy woman, having in her position. There's also, let's see, who is it? Mrs. Vorslan is still around, and she is actually still at work, as she, after the amount of time that has passed, she has been elected as the next leader, the third one that you know of since coming back here like years ago. And so yeah, it would just be you guys for now. Barbados is out shopping for supplies, and if you wanted to find him, you would either just call him on your radio or just go to the Navalor, because he'd probably be there.
Right. All right. Yeah. Come on in. You guys want something to drink? We got tea. They probably got wine or something.
Can I spot any names on the gravestones?
I'm not going to ask you for a roll, because I know you have a 20 plus.
22 now.
Yeah, 22. Jeez. As Vuri walks past you guys and leading you towards the Vorsen family home, you notice a name. Right. You see a name that Vuri was standing right in front of. It's Rodan.
Oh, motherfucker. Misery's not going to mention it just yet.
Cool. So I
Definitely
guess
let's,
you guys follow her to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So as she leads into the house, it's a very gorgeous wooden door. She leads you in. As you close the door behind you, actually Torg was trailing behind you and closed the door behind as the faithful robotic companion that he is. And you all sit down at a long table, one that would fit a family of 6. And because of the people who are absent, you all managed to tightly fit on this long family table. You can see that there are paintings on the on the walls. You can see that there are new paintings. Ones you can see of people getting older. You can see Rini. You can see the Vorsland family. And as Misery had saw, no one else deigned to look. But you can see that Rodan is eventually no longer in some of these photos. And Torg leaves to go fetch some beverages. But the rest of you, all of you, now sit in silence within the family home. Or rather, sorry, the dining hall.
So, what brings y'all back to town?
Well, I mean, this is our original timeline, so we always wanted to come back here. It just took us a while, that's all.
You're what now?
Cliff notes. Weird tournament. Shadowfell. My fucked up family. Weird alternate timeline. Weird alternate timeline part 2. Here.
Furry's just gonna kind of like stare at you for a second, just like, huh?
So what Misery is trying to explain is at some point we got thrown into a portal to the Shadowfell, which ended up spitting us in an alternate reality. And we went through a couple of those, and then we're sent back here. We didn't specifically choose to come back to Rhymecast. That was just where we were dropped off. But either way, it's good to see, at least we're near someone we know.
Yeah, colossal coincidence that we would appear right there.
Yeah.
Huh. She's gonna kind of like lean back in her chair and just really look at all you guys. Just be like, you know what? If it was anybody else, I'd probably call bullshit, but you guys do seem to have a talent for ending up in real wacky shit.
You know what we're about.
Guys, 1 second. I just want to clarify. So, you guys, unless I mentioned it and I just forgot, but you guys think, or rather, Misery thinks it's been 9 years, right? But no other number I spat up? Just 9?
Yeah, that's the only number you said so far, I believe.
Perfect. Continue.
So what has been going on the last some odd years that we've been gone?
Well, Cliff Notes. Branyol comes in, fucks up our shit.
Was that when we were here or after?
Yeah, that was like I'm I'm thinking back to when y'all actually took off. So Brino comes in, wrecks our shit. We rebuild a little bit. Election. Mr. Forschline stepped down. Brino comes in, wrecks our shit part 2. Hops goes. New mayor. Been expanding a lot. Lots of trade happening. This city's fucking booming. Yeah, I don't know. Been a whole lot of fixing shit been happening lately. You guys actually came at kind of an interesting time. We're just about on the 1 year of us kicking his ass out of town again.
Well, that's good. At least.
Yeah, it was. Took a lot out of everyone, and it took a lot of everyone, but got him out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So, if the locals seem a little down in the dumps, don't take it personally. It's not a happy time of year.
You have been able to repel him?
Eventually. I mean, maybe it was us, or maybe he got bored and had to move on to something else, but he left. Doesn't really matter at this point why.
Well, either way, I guess it's a good thing that he hasn't just taken over everything in the however many years it's been.
He hasn't gone full crazy god here yet. That's nice.
Is it what now?
It's a long story.
The double doors open up, and Torg arrives with a ensemble of beverages. There is tea, there is coffee, there's something you don't really recognize, but it looks sparkling and warm. And there is a hot cup of, looks like a spiced beverage. It's pumpkin spice because, it's in season right now.
Who wants to drink a candle?
Does Torig look any different now than he did when we last saw him? Like, has Barry done any upgrades or anything?
He's a little bigger. He's got some more bips and bobs put on him. He's got a big fucking gun on top of his head now. The design overall looks probably a little sleeker. Probably just indicating that, in the time that's gone by, she's kind of streamlined her process. She's gotten a little bit better at making things fit together as opposed to just kind of shoving them in until they don't move anymore.
And he doesn't look like a Keurig machine anymore.
Oh yeah, he looks like a little robot.
But my Photoshop.
It's his baby photos.
It's his baby photos. As you all grab your drink of choice, things still a little awkward here in this era, as it's a sudden meeting with such news that's showing up.
Kratos at some point. Oh, sorry. I was going to say Kratos at some point will probably introduce Abigail to Vuri.
Oh, right. She's there. Holy shit. Vuri, you see someone with a striking resemblance to Audrey clinging very closely to Kratos during this whole time. But I imagine you're a little distracted by everyone else first.
Yeah, she'll probably, as she's looking around, she'll probably just wait a second, I don't know who the fuck. Oh, sorry. She'll just gesture to herself. Vuri Skyheart. And she'll gesture to Torig. And she'll gesture to Abigail. And you are...
Kratos, you're... I don't want to give a weird title to her, but she's, your companion. Still very shy. super neat, as you know, and kind of hides behind her porcelain mask that her mother gave her.
Does Vuri know about my lycanthropy, or is
I
that something that
think
we
she
didn't?
does, because that was a while back, yeah? Because you got it from
Like
here.
he,
You
yeah,
got
he
it during
got
this
it during
attack.
the fight.
Yeah, I just don't know if she was aware because I don't know if things started getting out of hand until after I left or not. But
Right.
I'll just
I
be
can't
like, yeah.
remember.
So this is Abigail. This is you remember Audrey. This is her daughter. She is here, kind of helping me with my werewolf problem. I don't know if you recall that. Because time is weird. I'm still dealing with that.
Or he's just gonna stare at you like you just grew another head, like your werewolf problem.
Yeah, I remember when Brainyell bit me the first time that he attacked.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
did
it's all
not
yeah, it's all
realize.
good. That's been a consistent problem for me, but I'm dealing with it.
Oh, and she's she's your little helper, helping you out with a little problem.
Well, basically, as long as she's near, I don't go feral.
Sure.
Don't. Yeah, you don't need to read into that. I'm
Uh,
actually speaking genuine in this.
I would never. I'm a lady.
Uh,
Have they invented werewolf vaccines in the last 9 years?
that's actually a good question. Have they cured lycanthropy in the time we've been gone, Vuri?
Who wants to roll a d20?
I think the person with lycanthropy should.
Okay. That is a 10.
A 10?
Yes.
You were so close for the answer to be yes.
Oh,
I guess you ain't dealing with it yet.
yeah, that's okay.
Oopsie. So very no. Yeah, that happened. But it's been researched.
Hmm.
I mean, as far as I know, no. But you're actually probably in a good spot with our big trading opening up. We hear a lot of shit, so this will probably be one of the first places that knows if it is a thing.
I'll
Oh,
keep it
has
in mind.
Rhymecast become like a data hub now?
You want me to give you an answer for that?
Sure.
Okay, so as you guys saw on the map, which unfortunately I do not have up right now, and because I have to update it because it has been a bit of a time skip, with the expansion of Rhymecast, they've made a railroad station going from one end of the southern part of the world to the other. And actually, due to a bunch of events, Naga's wall, which is the corpse of the deity Naga, which had been lying dormant, being
So
a
sorry.
like physical wall. Sorry, what's up?
What do you mean from one end to the other? Like up to
Sorry,
like
I should have
another
chosen different
quadrant,
words.
or
Actually, yes. What I was getting there, but yeah, basically,
Sorry.
if you remember where Rhymecast was, it was the southern part of the world in Quadrant 3, and it spanned a long stretch of the quadrant on the south side. Now, this expansion has gotten quite far, and has gone from one railroad track all the way to Quadrant 4. I mean, Quadrant 1, 2. Yeah, you got your home is 3. You guys went to and the railroad now goes to 4 because due to certain events, the Naga's wall, the physical barrier between quadrants, has been broken open, and now there is a railroad track going to the other quadrant. The war between Omniport and I forget the other continent has come to a head where the conflict is less so. It's still a bit strained. Like I don't know why I'm telling you this. I shouldn't be telling you this. Vuri, you know that the railroad goes all the way to Quadrant 4 now, and there are trading relations with that country as well now. It's become a very big commercial place, which helped the rebuilding and whatnot.
I'll just relay what you just said, because I'm not
Mhm.
repeating all that.
No, for sure, for sure. So you that is the answer to your question, Misery.
Well, I mean, good for Rhymecast, and Misery will kind of gesture towards the painting that holds what's his face, the last picture that holds Pops, what's his name?
Rodan.
Or Don, thank you. I can never remember his name. And she gestures towards that picture and says, like, I know this is a very hard flip of conversation topic, but sorry. That's it's not great, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing him again.
Oh. Didn't realize you were paying that much attention. Thank you. Yeah, it's been... I guess, shit, been about 7 years now. So... Yeah, it would have been nice. You guys would have fucking loved to have seen retirement Pops. It was some real interesting choice of shirts happening.
Oh, he only got like 2 years of retirement?
Well, it's probably less than what he thought he was going to get. He was convinced that he was going to go on a job, but he didn't, so there's that.
I'm sure the short shirts were as glorious as they were hideous.
That is one way to put it.
So, what happened? Was it Brignola? Natural causes?
He went down during the second attack. He bit off a little bit more than he could chew with what he chose to look after, and he I mean, he wasn't like a spring chicken or anything when you knew him, but he was really starting to get up in the years when our friend came the second time. So it just... too much on an old body, but I mean, it was... I can't see him having any regrets, and that's probably the best case scenario. Other than maybe wearing a less stupid fucking shirt when he went.
I tried to remember your name, but I was about to say Lear because I'm looking at your picture.
I'll send you one for Murray. I got one.
Yeah. Very, your radio begins to you can hear static on it, and then but because it's kind of put away, you can't really understand what's being said. But someone's trying to talk to you.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me for a moment. I'm just gonna pick it up. It's the Skyheart. What do you want?
Aye, Vuri, I've got the parts for the Navalor. Where you at? I was hoping you'd be able to help me attach these to the rest of the ship.
Oh shit, old man! I got a fucking present for you. I'm over at Vorschlan's right now. We got a couple of ghosties coming to see us.
Bunch of ghosties, you say? All right, I'll be right over.
Perfect,
Give me
see you soon.
yeah, see you soon. Click. The rest of you could hear that. The radio's not exactly quiet.
Oh shit, he's gonna be excited to see you guys.
Yeah, and like I just like to imagine that like Vuri puts the speaker right next to her ear, and then he starts talking. She has to pull the phone away because it's just so loud that like everybody can hear it anyway.
Basically, yeah.
Barbados
be.
still cooking?
I don't think you could pry that man's fucking frying pan out of his cold dead corpse.
Good.
Yep, he's got his passions. He actually managed to teach me a couple of things, which was... I'm not a what you would call a natural in the kitchen, but don't mean to brag. I can cook a mean pasta now.
Hell yeah.
I'm just imagining fucking Vuri has mastered the art of cup ramen.
Nobody can top my ramen.
Vuri is what, 25 now?
Yeah, 25, 26. She's like just turned 16 before they left, so around then.
Wait, does that math check out?
Yeah.
To be fair, my brother couldn't make craft dinner till he was like 21.
Jeez, you just boil the shit and then add the other stuff.
I know.
Well, I mean, whatever. Anyway, so should we speed over for Barbados to arrive, or you can continue role playing by all means.
This may seem like a silly question.
Well, shoot.
Sorry, my headphones just died.
Oh no! Now she's gonna have double audio if we hear ourselves on our speakers.
Get wired.
I'm sorry.
Get wired headphones. As I say that with my Bluetooth headphones.
You should charge them before D&D.
Yeah.
I had had them plugged in for like the longest time. I don't understand.
Anyway, I'm not gonna tease you about your headphones. Hardware sucks sometimes.
You should shame me for my shitty headphones.
How dare you not have Turtle Beaches? No, I'm kidding. No one uses Turtle Beaches anymore.
This stream is sponsored by Turtle Beach.
I can't believe they still exist.
Right? I mean, mind you, they were good back in the day.
I was swayed by cute cat ears and LEDs. I'm sorry.
That sounds about right.
Did you get them from like Amazon or like some? Like they some?
No,
cheap...
they're Razer. They're Razer.
They're Razer,
remember,
and they died already.
Well, I mean that's Razer for audio stuff, but like remember I gave Elise crap about that last time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mine are from Amazon, and they're fine.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Amazon's fine. It's just a shop. But I mean, like, if you get, like, the really cheap stuff, you get what you pay for, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
All right, Misery, what was your potentially silly question?
Grizz,
I'm
you're,
just
like,
wondering,
almost as old as I am. Shut up. I was thinking, do I have any mods online right now? Sorry, guys. I don't have any mods online. I'll do it myself. Okay, go ahead. Continue. There was a bot.
Whoa. What happened?
Oh,
Yeah, it was just a bot. Cheap viewers on blah, blah, blah.
Oh, but did you delete the wrong thing? It says message deleted by a moderator for everything Grizz has ever said.
I just banned Grizz. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I figured I should point that out.
Grizz, no! You know what? He probably said something, so then I clicked on it as soon as he typed.
Because he called you old.
Yeah, that's what you get, Grizz. That's what you get. You can't even say it. I can't even
Permaban.
hear it because, damn it, Grizz, what is your name? Hold on. I gotta copy it. He got caught in the crossfire!
No.
No!
When
There
they
we
get unbanned, everybody say sorry.
Sorry, Grizz.
Catching strays.
You got caught in the
Friendly
crossfire. I was
We're
banning the bot and you
sorry.
moved in the way. Okay, sorry about that, bud. Carry on, you guys. Sorry, continue.
I was just wondering, Ein and Patricia, did they come back with Barbados, or they're probably dead by now? What am I on about?
Hold on, what's a lifespan of a panther?
I don't know, and it's a giant panther, so.
Ah,
Who knows?
jeez.
Panther.
I didn't even think about that. The giant
Yeah.
panther
They're
lifespan.
immortal, man. Don't kill my kitty.
No. We're
Well,
doing this
17
properly.
years. I think you're fine.
17 years? How old was
That's for
Patricia when you got her?
That's for a normal one.
We grabbed her
3?
when she was a kitten, I think.
Okay, she's alive.
Like we got her at the same place that Bert almost got his wings ripped off.
Right. Okay. Patricia is alive, and she's getting on in years,
She's
obviously.
alive.
But her new BFF is up to you, Misery. I was thinking maybe Rini, but because you would probably be here for the longest, but it's up to you.
Yeah, Rini seemed fun, sure.
I was saying that to Vuri, not you, because
Oh,
you weren't here.
You said Misery.
Oh, I meant to say Vuri.
Mixing our names up. My God.
It's okay. He's been calling Graham Kratos and Kratos Graham for like
That's
the
true.
entirety of the game.
This is why you need to be like the most obscure possible character with like the simplest and most divergent name compared to everybody else. He'll never mess up Bert.
Yeah, because you're a Pathfinder character race with the name Bert.
Just gotta start calling you Ernie.
But Vuri, just because you would see Patricia way more often, it's up to you who Patricia kind of gravitated towards. My initial thought is Rini, because you would mostly be here, but whatever you think Vuri is correct. And then Misery can attempt to reconnect with her pet.
Patricia's the cat.
Yeah, the
Who's the
big
other one?
panther. Yeah, who's the
And
other one?
Mine was
Oh
his wolf.
shit!
Oh, the
Your
wolf.
mount wolf that you never had much of a chance to really do with.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. Thanks, boss.
Right. The little doggy's mostly been staying on the ship. He just kind of, I don't know, maybe he could smell you or something. I don't want to call him feral because he's actually a very well-behaved little doggy, but he kind of doing his own thing.
Well, he is.
Oh.
He was a wild animal to begin
He
with.
also he awakened some magical powers, so you know that this dog probably lives a bit longer than
Okay.
normal.
That's cool.
I mean, you don't know that. Vuri does.
Oh,
Yeah. As far as your
Little
kitty cat
doggy.
goes, Rainy took her in. They basically attached at the hip, so good luck getting her back. But if she remembers you, I'm sure she'll be happy to see you that you've made it back.
It's probably best if she stays with Rini, honestly.
Probably. You'd have a hell of a time getting her away from her, so.
And Missy probably kind of looks like a little bit deflated.
Yeah. Anyway, the double doors open up. The double doors open up, and as you all glance over to see the new motion that's happening within the room, you can see a stout dwarf with a large, poofy beard. I forget what color his beard was. I'm gonna say it's jet black. Poofy, curly beard with some braids in it. And you can see that he has his classic mechanical backpack with its many mechanical arms on its side, except there is a distinct change in these arms. Some of them are within reach of what looks to be a holster of various kitchen utensils and tools, a lot of knives. But you can also see that there is a bit of weaponry on that backpack now. You guys don't know the exact amount of time that has passed since you guys left this timeline and came back. But he doesn't look all too much older considering his dwarven lineage. His attire has also changed a bit, although he is wearing... he does seem to have sorry, he's not cooking right now, so he's not wearing his usual smock, but you can see that he has a bit of a uniform, a bit more dignified look to him. And he walks in and says, "Aye, Vuri, yes, you didn't lie to me. You said you found some ghosties, and oh, these are some ghosts indeed. Welcome back, you
told ya.
bastards." And it is Barbados.
Yeah. How have you been?
Well, alright, could have been better if all of you were here. Where the bloody blazes were you? It's been 11 goddamn years, and you're all here looking like, especially you, Graham. You haven't looked like you've aged a year.
Yeah, well,
So rather than explain everything, we'll just say that or rather than actually talk it out, we'll just explain our story.
Okay. In that case, I will change in turn. He explains to you that, yes, there's been a bunch of stuff. He kind of iterates what Vuri said, that there was a battle with Brynjol here, and he does add a few details compared to the story. Reasonably, because Vuri is, she lost her father. But you soon discover that Brynjol was looking for you, Kratos. And he attacked the last place that he thought you were, still back here in Rhymecast. So now that, with him hunting you down, there is a bit of a revelation that no matter where you go, unless you get your problem solved right away, he will continue to hunt you and hurt everyone around you.
Yeah, that's that's been part of what I've been thinking for a while, anyways. So,
You also find out that Mr. Vorslan has passed away. Another topic that Vori did not seem to mention, mostly because with how the situation is, it would be a little difficult to say that much. You learn that the graves in the back is the family graves for the Vorslans. You guys already know that you're in this expanded part of the city. The Navalor has been outfitted with a bit more defensive mechanisms just to deal with any of Brynjol's bullshittery. Oh, Rio, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we're playing D&D. Long game. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, he's catching up a little bit, and he sits down at the table with you all. Although you all have to scoot over a bit because of the amount of limited chairs. Him and not Audrey, Abigail, exchange niceties, although not much on Abigail's part because she is so very shy. And yeah, he's also there for filling in for any other information or things that you'd like to ask and or do. But otherwise, he spends the time catching up with you guys as you explain what happened to you guys. He tells you what's happening there. Not too much has happened that he explains to you in terms of big changes over the past 11 years. But essentially, you just find out that, yes, Rodan passed away, Mr. Varshan passed away, city expansion, and they've been living on the Navalor. They haven't really traveled since then. They've kind of taken root here. So everyone kind of knows each other now. And yeah, if there's anything you'd like to do, say, or act, we can move on to something else or whatever it is.
I have a question for you. Do you know, one, what Brynjolf's current capabilities are like, where he's located most of the time? Any idea what his plans are besides these two in their, and she gestures to Kratos, these two in their mutual hate merry-go-round they have going on, apparently?
Well, I can tell you a bit about Brynjol and his current plans, as it's quite a global news. You see, our furry... well, I can't say fur anymore. He's taken on many different shapes and sizes. But it's actually because of him that the war between Omniport and the Eastern Giants has come to a bit of a close. You're aware of the war, yes? It should still be going on when you're still here.
Yes. What was the name of? Oh God, I have that name written down somewhere. I wish I could help you.
Omniport was which? We've been there, right? Or no, that was in Q4, right? Where?
No, Omniport is where Graham is from.
What was the city in Q4 that we were originally going to go to? That was like you had your side game there once.
I don't know. let me open up my notes because I can't remember.
You
but
know
by
what
all
I'm
means,
talking.
try to keep asking questions if you want. I'm just gonna look for the notes right real quick.
I remember just to give you a better idea what to look for. It was like a big fortress city. Like there was a bunch of security checkpoints to get in and out.
That's just the neighboring country, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
I believe because I think.
Oh, I got it. Stuala.
Oh, right. Yeah. The country of Stuala. That was on the other side of Naga's wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah,
I'm amazing.
You are amazing. Thank you for being an amazing note keeper.
I didn't find it. I actually remembered it.
Still, pretty sick. Okay, yeah, so, Barbados tells you. Well, Barbados tells you that
Barbados speaks in the third person now.
What's the fucking name? What's his name? Brynjol. Brynjol. He was. No, that's a different voice. Barbados. He tells you. Well, I tell you that he. Let me check my notes. I actually forgot.
What is my voice?
It's having an identity crisis.
Yeah, that's just how it be. That's how it be. Gosh, DM notes. Here we go. Gosh, I give you a lot of stuff, Misery. That's a lot of loot. Remind me to give you guys really good loot, except Misery, because she already has a lot of good stuff.
Speaking of things that I'm giving up, I also need an opportunity to talk to them about stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all alone. And, well, not all alone. You're all grouped up together, so any news is like...
I'll just say that, like, because, I've been planning to, like, send this back to you guys.
Hold on. Because you guys are currently talking to... let's say
Barbados.
Before Barbados starts giving you the rundown. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was gonna send this back to you guys, because we did run into some treasure. I haven't really had an opportunity, because we haven't really stopped since. So I am going to give basically most of my platinum to Barbados and Vuri for repairs or for whatever they need, because you gave me a shit ton of platinum, and we keep forgetting about that. So I'm gonna give 950 platinum to Vuri.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
shit.
You gave me 1,000 platinum on that ship, remember?
I don't.
There's the sunken boat.
Sunken. Oh, is that when we went on our underwater adventure?
We went to the sunken ship, and I went to that one area where the desk was, where the captain's quarter is, and you gave me a thing of 1,000 platinum.
Oh, right.
And it's like, because I think you expected me to send all that back to the Navalor, but then after the sunken platform was Nimbusol, we haven't had a chance to stop since then.
Well, damn.
So I've just been, and that's why I murdered Sonic so quickly, because he stole all my money. It's like, no shit, I'm gonna kill him. It's like, you took like all my, like, you took so
I love
much.
how you refer to him as Sonic, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, it's because we were all joking about it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I
so
don't even
for the
remember what
viewers...
his name was.
So for the viewers,
was
they were
blue.
fighting I forget what it's called, but it's like a sprite.
Quickling.
Oh, sorry, thank you.
Quickling.
It was they were fighting a quickling, which stole their money pouches, and of course Kratos was holding on to thousands of platinum, So that's why he got the murder target right away.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, that
my
was
God,
fun.
are you trying to tank your own economy? Holy shit!
Hey, you guys found a sunken treasure, and you guys have a lot of equipment that you could keep up and or send money for repairs to. It makes sense to me to give you that much money. You just never had a chance to spend it, okay?
So, yeah. So I'll give. Yeah. So that's 950. So that leaves me.
Yeah, that's enough money to do a lot of things.
Whew. Well, I'll give you guys one thing. You guys certainly know how to make a fucking entrance after a while. Holy shit.
That's a lot of platinum, lad. Where do I ask you had that?
Where I had it or where I found it?
Yes.
Found it on a
Not
boat.
both.
I mean, fair enough. We were pirates for a while,
Yeah.
but do you guys still have the platinum statue of a dragon?
Yes.
We do.
Where is that right now?
Graham knows it.
I think it was on Graham's back.
Graham, are you just like still holding on to this fucking statue?
Probably would be, considering we just came straight here after we got back.
Okay, so you just like put the thing down next to you wherever you're done whenever you sat down.
Yeah.
All right, for the viewers, it is a I forget how tall it is. Someone might have written notes about it, but I like to think it's like a 4-foot tall statue of a dragon, and it's made of platinum. They were thinking of selling it, but it also acts as an anchor point for teleportation.
I can't remember. Is platinum heavy, or is
I don't
It's
know,
a
but
metal. It's definitely heavy.
okay?
there you go. But you know, it's Graham the Barbarian. He can hand bomb that easy.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Okay, where are our pimp chains? Seriously. That's
Your
what we
pimp
need
chains?
You have those. That's the thing you got
now. No,
yesterday.
Yeah, you of all people, you are the one completely pimped out with gear. Like you.
Okay, only the golden Elvis cloak is like
We need to get Misery spinning rims.
On what?
I
What are
don't
we
know,
gonna
just-
put the rims on?
I just I don't know, like just little ones on her ankles or something.
You can go on either side of her god core.
Oh my god.
as funny as that is. No,
But
please,
what if
no.
though? Okay. Anyway, where have we gone?
Just get a bedazzler.
Okay, so what was it? Barbados was filling us in, and
Bert was trying to say
Rainbow.
something though. What's up?
oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. This is kind of irrelevant, but I just did the math, and that statue would weigh about 9,700 kilograms.
What's that in freedom units? Because I still have trouble converting back and forth.
It's like 20,000 pounds.
Holy shit!
We'll say like
It's hollow.
We'll say platinum.
It's hollow.
in
It's
the D-
plated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll say
we'll
platinum
say-
in the D&D world's like mithril. It's like super light or something.
I mean, even just the fact that Kratos was hauling around like 1,000 platinum coins.
We'll bring science into this.
What are you doing bringing science to my Dungeons and Dragons, Bert?
I was definitely
Don't
just
worry.
curious. He said it's like 4 feet tall, and I'm like, 4 feet. And if I say it's like 2 feet in the other two dimensions, yeah.
Okay, maybe it's like 3 feet.
We
Because
can
like I'm
crush
trying to
radio
remember. Like, wait a
underneath
second.
our
4
walls.
feet. 4 feet's pretty tall for an item. Like, damn. Never mind.
I can imagine it's like 2 by half a foot or something like that.
Okay. Anyway, it's plated and it's not pure platinum then. But it still sells for a lot.
It's not our problem anymore. That's all we have to worry about.
No, it's still your problem. Graham's holding it.
Yeah, no, we're not getting rid of that. That's a teleportation anchor.
Okay.
You should just throw it at things like as a weapon, Graham.
Yeah, just use it as a weapon. Blunt
It's honestly a
weapon.
mini battering ram at this point, which is actually a D&D item.
Just stick a chain on it and I can swing it around like a ball and chain.
You do have Tavern Brawler, so you are proficient.
Yeah.
So Barbados was telling us about Brignoll.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, like, okay, why did Brynjol stop the war between Omniport and Stuala? That's... What?
Okay. So, inadvertently, what I'll just like give this like quick, and then we can take our half game time break. Barbados.
Speaking in tongues.
Barbados tells you that it wasn't on purpose, but rather he came to Rhymecast for two reasons. At least they found out for two reasons. One, they were hunting Kratos because he is his like one of his strongest, well, possibly strongest thralls because of his control with lycanthropy, but he can't seem to find him. And he went to Rhymecast in order to try and find it because that was the last place that he knew he was there. Second, news came back from the neighboring cities that the ice giants from further down south of Rhymecast were taken under Brynjol's thrall as well. So now he's controlling them. And he took them across the border to the Eastern Giants, where Graham was fighting the war between Omniport and Stuala. Now, you guys don't know this, and I was hoping for a better way for this reveal, but I'll just tell you anyway, because Barbados kind of has to tell you anyway. The people that Graham was fighting for the longest time before he had his early retirement, and thus became an adventurer inadvertently because of you guys, they were giants. Graham specialized in fighting giants. And so, the giants there were also controlled by Brynjol, and he essentially took away their main forces and went to another area. So now that the primary forces of Stuala were gone, they're kind of at a ceasefire right now. And while Omniport could take over, it was mostly an aggression from Stuala, so Omniport doesn't really have much reason to continue the war. Rather, just like, hey, let's stop fighting because it's bad. And Stuala's like, yeah, okay, for now, because all of their main forces, all their giants are gone. And last they heard, Brynjol went to the north. And actually, no, sorry. He went to the north and east. The northeastern continent. That place is called Razonia.
Would be Q2?
That would be Q2.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to the continent of
Sorry.
Razonia.
Rizonia?
Razonia. Like, think
Could you drop that in
resonance.
chat? How do you spell that?
It's however you want it to be spelled. Yeah, I put it in our Discord.
Thank you.
Yes, the continent of
Because
Razonia.
I heard Rizonia, and I was going to spell it R-I-Z.
Okay, Zoomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, continent of Razonia. Think of it like resonance, like sound.
Yeah. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, Razonia. So yeah, he's currently there. No one knows why, but he's currently there. There are some speculations that he has his eyes on controlling dragons, because within the continent of Razonia lies a special breed of dragon, the serpentine dragons, ones that are more has higher affinity for magic, and less brute strength like the ones in this quarter. So, if you want to hunt him down, well, we've got a long way ahead of us.
Well, isn't that just a pile of shit? Also, what the? Mm, why is Omniport not attacking a Stuala when it's like that? I mean, as soon as they get their giants back, they'll be right back to being the aggressors.
I know military, man. I was a pirate. That and a chef.
True, and you were good at those things.
Thank you. It's been a while, so maybe I should whip up something while you're all here. Hey, doesn't that sound good, Vori? Good old meal to celebrate our own reunion.
You know I like whatever you decide to make, old man.
All right, I'll whip up something quick. I'm sure that Reedy will be back soon. She might be coming back within the next hour or so. And he gets up from his chair and, with a big smile that you can barely see behind his bushy beard, walks into the next room, i.e. the kitchen.
Missy's just gonna like cast a quick message and be like, could you please make that hot chocolate thing you made once?
You got it.
Super secret.
And so you are alone once again until the time comes where either Barbados arrives with the food or Rini comes home. So any questions or whatnot, you can also just like ask Barbados just like from the other room or discuss amongst yourselves and think about what exactly do you guys want to do? What is your plan? How does everyone feel? You know, because there's a lot of things that is going on right now. But the biggest question is, what is your current objective? What does everyone want to do? The world is yours.
I actually don't know what our next goal is going to be here.
Here's something just to help jog some thoughts. Think about when we first, I mean, this is kind of a long shot, but like, think of my question to you guys when we first started this campaign years ago. What is your character's personal quest? Are there any questions that you guys want answered? Anything that you want to explore? What is your relation to these current bad guys? You don't have to kill them. Again, it's just like, this is a very open campaign, so it's like, whatever you guys want to do. I do have my own story that I can tell, but it's only second to what you guys want to do. Think personal quests or whatever.
Well, and Misery takes out the scrying scroll that she got. I only have one of these. If I can find a way to replicate it, which hopefully I can, I definitely want to use it to maybe not only find, Hendren, but also we could use it to look in on Brunel and find out what's going on rather than, go in blind, which is what we do a lot of the time. Hello?
No.
Are we on break? Did I just
No,
just do
no,
such
we're
a
not on
empty
break yet.
room?
No, we're not on break yet, but Kratos did just say BRB in the Discord, so I'm almost wondering if we should just take our break now.
I was gonna say, like, if you guys are gonna disappear, don't put it on Discord. I can't see it. I'm on streamer mode. Say something. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. I think we should take our halftime break for about 5 minutes. And while we're doing that, please try and think about what exactly you guys are doing, because now we're in an open story now, like open new arc. I have a direction where you guys could go, but you still have your own personal quests besides this main quest. So be right back. I'll see you guys in 5, and I'm gonna go run an ad or something. Okay.
Ads.
Be right back. Right, ads. That's a thing. So I'm gonna run some ads, The rest of you, take a break. We'll be back in 5. Let's see. Overlays. Text. Stream text. Peter back. Well, I'm back. Looks like the others aren't here yet. So how's everyone doing? I'm sure that some of the game is a bit confusing because this is my long game from 2018. We're finally playing through it. Oh wow! Thanks, Grizz. Thanks. I just got back. Thank you for the redeems. How do I turn this off again? Stream text. There it is. Gone. That's for the ban. Hey, I bonked myself for the ban, okay? And to be fair, I wasn't aiming at you. But yeah, I think it's pretty exciting. It's just we have to deal with the fact. Thanks, Indo. We do have to deal with the fact that like now these characters, like I have an idea of what these guys could do because they have personal quests that have not concluded, and I personally don't know where those personal quests are gonna go. And for chat and for the VOD, I will kind of say what each of these characters want to do. So Vuri, it's a little different because she is a returning character and she's no longer playing as Lyra. But with Brynjol, the big bad evil guy, currently having been the one to murder her dad, she does have ample reason to get back at him and hunt at him if he wants to. Graham, well, now his home country and its war and their enemy have also been visited by this bad guy, so he has some reason to go there, figure out what's going on, the state of things, his family, etc., etc. Because he does have a happy family back home. Not every adventurer is going to have a traumatic past, although he does, but for different reasons. Misery, I don't know what she wants to do. She does have a personal quest, and that I actually can't say in case these guys come back and they hear it, because they don't know it. They don't know what it is. But currently, her dad, Hendrin Kor, is a super evil bad guy, and he was actually the co-worker of Brynjol, the guy who's currently being a jackass to the party. And she's got some messed up family relations. You know, she only recently found out that Hendrin Kor, one of the evil baddies, is her dad. And he's been dropping hints to her. It's like, hey, you can get super strong by doing this, this, and this. Even though it's contradictory to what they were taught as kids. Now she's got to figure that out. And live with the fact that she does have a sister out there who's starting to become like his favorite. So now there's the fact of like, oh, well, parents, new sister, I'm not welcome, etc., etc. But what do I want to do about that? And then Bert, he found out that he's a clone, and that there are many clones of the same guy, and that the love of his life was actually just one of the clone supervisors to find out what's going on with. Honestly, Bert's is the most complicated. But let's just say he's a clone, and he found out that the love of his life isn't who she was. And now he has a chance to try and investigate what's going on with that, and if he wants to contact any of the other clones and see what they want to do. And that's one possibility that he can do. There's also the fact that the party has a compass to this ship called the Nox, which is traveling all around the world and carries a bunch of cash, like a lot of money. And it has some ties to some of the bad guys, but they haven't explored that yet. Oddly enough, that was a storyline that was introduced to them in the first year of us playing. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm not hitting them over the head hard enough with this potential problem, or they just don't care about it. And then Kratos, well, ever since the start of the game, he's been trying to hunt these three guys. Kratos' story is where he was left for dead by his three coworkers, i.e. mentors. One of them being Hendrin Kor, Misery's apparent father. A guy named Brynjol Stonefist, which is the big baddie right now. And another guy named Warren Castle, who they did successfully kill within our first year of playing the game. So now that they're essentially one of three big bad evil guys down. So now they have two left. Currently Brynjol is at large, and they don't know where Hendrin is, although they were given a tool to capture Brynjol with for some reason. Whether or not they use that, I don't know, it's up to them. But that's the thing. They've got three big bad guys, or two of the three big bad guys left. And then there's world events, and then there's personal events, and then there are side quests. And it's totally up to them which one they want to tackle, but clearly, you know, they need a bit of time to figure out what they want to do. So, it's a lot of stuff, but again, has been a long game. We have content for 6+ years, and a lot of stuff that hasn't even been touched. I'm also thinking like, oh, maybe I'm giving them way too much, so it's like a lot of choice paralysis, you know? Maybe I should like pull it back a bit, because like we never meant to play this long. This is only supposed to last a year, and here we go more than half a decade. Can you imagine that? This campaign has been going on for more than half a decade. That's crazy to me. And yet that's what we keep coming back to this game. We keep playing, and here I am making one-shots within the same universe, but in different locations. So as you guys might not know, some of the one-shots that I actually have, again, they are within the same universe, but I'm playing with different people and a different location, but they are linked. So anything that I create from one game, I can match to another, and it's just easy content. You know what I mean? Easy stuff to link to another. But yeah, Grizz, I saw your message earlier. You said Careless Whisper learning. I mean, Careless was what level? We made him level 1, right? Either way, we'll figure it out. I don't think these guys are back yet. No, some of them are back, not all of them.
Oh no, I'm back. I'm
you're
just
back.
muting
Oh, okay.
myself because I'm like making coffee and stuff.
We're just waiting for you.
Okay. I mean, I was muted because I'm talking to chat.
Okay.
He's talking shit.
So we got not Lyra. We're gonna wait for her. It's fine. I didn't even finish my nachos. I made some sick salsa, like another batch, but I made improvements this time compared to the one when we had our barbecue the other week. I used actually no. Now that I think about it, it was a good call to use white onions for this salsa, but this time I tried red onions. It's a bit sharper, but I think I kind of like the lightness and sweetness of the white onions instead. But I managed to add a bit more spice to it, and for fun, I threw in some cheese because you can never go wrong with cheese, unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case I am sorry.
Yeah, cheese is a bad idea.
I don't know, chat, what do you think? Cheese and salsa? No, cheese and salsa rather than in, because I know putting cheese in salsa is kind of weird.
Yeah, I was gonna say cheese in salsa would be a bit of a weird stretch. But,
Yeah, no. But I meant to put it on top of it, but I was like, I'm the only one eating this, so I mixed it in the whole batch.
Just mash your chips up inside the salsa.
Why don't you mix in some
there's no
guacamole
God.
while you're at it?
Guys, I wouldn't go that far. I'm not a monster. Oh, but I should try making that next, guacamole. Actually, it's funny. The hardest part about not guacamole, but for me and avocados, is that like I could never find them like good and ripe, because every time I buy them, it's like, okay, they're almost ripe. I'm gonna wait, and then I wait too long, and then like it starts to rot. So it's like, well, there goes money down the drain.
Yeah.
Or I'll buy like a bunch, and I'll be like, this looks really ripe. Awesome. It feels ripe too. And I'll try and eat it as soon as I get home. And it's like, nope, this one's rotting. They just didn't take it off the shelf.
My mom always just buys one avocado at a time.
Yeah. But like buy them when they're underripe, throw them in a paper bag, put them in a drawer, like in a cool, dark place for like a day or two. Like try a day, see how it feels, and just check them every day.
I think the problem was I forgot about it. So
Yeah,
it was sitting in the fridge for like an extra day.
I've been there, yeah.
Yeah. But I did manage to salvage 2 out of the 6 last time I bought. So I was like, well, this sucks, but at least I have something to eat. So I had the 2 avocados and I ate them as I usually did. Oh, nice. I got your image. I'll upload that, but maybe not now. That's a good image though.
Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
the,
Godfrey's new profile.
Oh, the new Fugi or whatever.
Yep.
I'll send you
Okay.
mine.
I think Bert's still making coffee. Did you guys think about what your current objective is? I was actually just talking to chat about what each of your personal
I'm
quests
here
were.
though.
Oh, you're here. Okay.
Like, yeah. Sorry, no, I'm just on my phone and muted myself, but I'm listening to everything.
Okay. Oddly enough, you're louder on your phone. Should we continue then? I can leave you for last if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
I have a player goal.
All right. Tell us the player goal, unless you don't
I
want.
want No, I do. I want a fucking god core and I want some armor stuff. I want to be able to do the cool stuff.
That's true. We never did give Lyra. Oh. Yeah, she just absconded with the Leviathan core, huh?
Too bad.
That shit's gone.
I think realistically she probably snuck it in somebody's bag. She just wanted to be included. I don't think she's actually that interested in like keeping it.
Yeah, I mean her personal quest is over. Her story has essentially concluded. I say essentially because not necessarily done, right?
Yeah, it doesn't serve her. She probably figures that the other members of the party will make more use of it, so she probably chucked it in Misery's bag or something.
Oh, why give it to Misery? She's got so many magic items.
Nah, I don't know. Okay, then we'll say it's Bert. I gave it to Bert.
Okay, Bert, you have a Leviathan core in your backpack.
Hell yeah. 2 cores for me.
Hold on, I didn't give you your supers to enable 2 cores yet. I'm joking right now, but now I'm thinking, what if I made that?
No,
I'm just kidding, but
But what if?
share with your good friend.
Hold on, how many cores do we have now? So we got Kratos has Naga, Bert has Uthgoth, Misery's got Matata, Graham's got a non-god core. It's actually just a power source.
Yep.
And that's it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 5. So yeah, we gotta need. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 4 cores, so I just need to give you guys 1 core and 1 driver, and you should be fine. And I swear to God, if this is a message to... Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, so, you guys are all at the table. You guys get a bit of a rundown where Brynjol is. No one has seen or heard of Hendrin in the last 10 years. Rather, 11 years. And...
What,
yeah, plan
sorry,
of attack. Up to you guys.
What about the other people that were with Brynjol? Troy and my maybe sister and a bunch of the other people.
I'm glad you asked. We can just kind of... Would you like to roleplay all this and wait for everyone's completely ready, or would you like to just give everyone the quick rundown? Up to you.
Up to me?
Well, the group.
Oh, you said up to you. Well, I'm happy with just the rundown.
Okay, what about you guys?
Yeah.
Organic or just rundown?
The rundown's fine.
Rundown fine.
Okay. So, Barbados does come out with the rest of the food. Eventually, Rini does arrive as well, as you all, and they pull up some extra chairs, and you all have a happy reunion full of catching up and Barbados extra food. As per Barbados tradition, you can all roll your constitution. You can roll a hit die to get that much extra temporary hit points because Barbados is a master chef and you all get food buffs. And, right, so while you guys are doing that, I will tell you that Barbados informs everyone that Brynjol, having taken a bunch of giants as thralls, they now follow him and have been tearing open a hole into the second quarter, Q2, the northeastern side of the world. And by utilizing the giants and traveling to that area, a lot of speculation, a lot of thought are thinking that he's gone off to hunt for more prey, stronger prey, and enthrall the dragons. Now, what you guys know about dragons, I would like at least up to 2 people to do a history check to see if you remember anything about that part of the world.
I don't even know if I've been there.
Now, none of you have been there, but up to how much you guys have read or know of, and that's up in the air.
I can try. I know Grandma probably know a thing or two.
Okay, sounds good.
Mystery lived under a literal rock, so no.
Sounds good.
Misery knows about dirt.
'Can tell where you've been from the dirt on your shoes, bitch.
18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Nice, 30-20. Well, I mean, of all people, you would know.
Yeah.
You don't know too much, but you know more than most. The continent of Rasonia, in the northeastern quadrant of the world, is home to the serpentine dragons. Dragons more akin to magic, as I've said before. And you know that they're the biggest, most common landmass is that of tall spires of mountains, like tall, skinny mountains. And if I could say this in a very poetic and elaborate way, but I think I'm going to take the shortcut and ask if anyone has seen Kung Fu Panda.
I've seen the first and the second one, but it was a very long time ago.
Pretty sure we've all watched those movies together. So
Yeah, I think we watched it together. All three
Okay.
of them.
I say this mostly because of VOD viewers, but
I was.
Oh, okay.
I was not there.
but anyway, they're going to fantasy China. But yeah, we're gonna be like a lot of tall, towering, spiry mountains. We're thinking really high peaks, lots of clouds, and a bunch of airships. Because this is a steampunk game with a lot of airships, so we're doing that. They're gonna go the noodle dream. Now I have to make a duck noodle chef. oh, he could meet Barbados. Anyway,
Mel could fight Barbados and turn him into a were-duck.
could be. But anyway, just to describe Rasonia, it's got towering peaks. It's got a lot of high altitudes, and because you did roll a 20 total, and so I'm going to give you a bit more information than you would normally figure it out. I would say, like, within your readings and or talking to other people while you were still in the military service, you found out that one of the biggest problems in Rasonia are the pirates there, because they found their own methodology of flight, and they have battled serpentine dragons. They do fly, and they've had to deal with them. But now adding giants to the mix, things have changed over the past couple of years. So there's that. And yeah, considering that in my game, when we talk big creatures, we're talking colossal creatures. Like, D&D does not have the size for these guys. Tarrasques are babies. But yeah, that's the rundown. You guys find out a bunch about state of the world, where he's at, and yeah, anything else, you feel free to ask. Or roleplay, and or both. But I would love to know what everyone's how's everyone's personal quests, or where would they like to go with those? And you don't have to roleplay this. You could also just tell me as DM, because like I would like to know so I can prepare for that. I guess one of the easier ones would be Vuri. What exactly is going through her head, because she has, her friends back, family a bit disconnected, but reunited, and because they're back, you also have essentially a fighting force at your side now. And yeah.
I mean, if these guys are going fucking after Brynjol, she would absolutely love a chance to kick his ass, because she's had to clean up his mess twice.
Go ahead. You were saying something?
Yeah. I think maybe difficult to leave, but if Barbados is coming and he's up for a trek, I think it's definitely worth a fucking try just to help these guys out. Because I mean, big goal. I think we're all probably aligned in getting rid of this fucker.
I'll say for your sake that because of the events that transpired, and because of the loss of Rodan, essentially Barbados will go wherever you want him to, because he no longer has the Crystal Cavern restaurant that he owned and shipped for a while before you guys found him initially 11 years ago. And because he doesn't really have any other family left, and you guys are the only one there, he's basically loyal to you. He'll go wherever you need to. He's essentially your second captain if you ever need someone to pilot the ship while you're away.
Perfect.
What about you, Bert? You were given a lot of information and a lot of stuff. And right now, you essentially have 3 different goals that you can choose to pursue. Or anything else, of course, that you have on your own that you would like to do. One of them being pursue this Golden Nox ship, which you guys still have a core that points to it, as well as the invitation that you guys managed to forge from, not forge, but steal from the other timeline, which may or may not have use here. Or the third, or actually another one being hunt down Brynjol, because it's the right thing to do, and, he's a danger to the rest of the world, obviously. And lastly, your personal quest being, what are you going to do with the information that practically the rest of your species are clones of each other, and they're all just experiments to who you thought was the love of your life?
Well, if I can, I'd like to try to combine all of those together. Presumably, we can use the Golden Nox ship to find Brynjol. Wherever Brynjol is, I can probably find Troy. And wherever Troy is, I can probably find the truth.
So what you're saying is you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Aha!
Nicely put.
Get it? Because Troy is a bird.
I got it.
Fair.
But,
what about... Sorry, continue. I want to hear your thoughts.
Oh, yeah, no, because, Bert still kind of wants to know exactly what the hell's going on. Like, obviously, he has no inherent reason to disbelieve what Troy told him in the other timeline, especially because he seemed very much like he wanted to kind of join forces, so him telling me even just a fragment of truth would make sense. So I'd kind of like to learn more. I'd also kind of like to, maybe either kill him or get him on board with me to really seek down whatever, like, Melchiara's whole deal is.
Ooh, well, here's a question to you. Do you think that the Troy from here, this timeline, your home, do you think he knows about the stuff that you know?
That's actually a really good question. I mean, he has been a bit of an asshole, so part of me thinks maybe.
Okay. I literally just thought of it now, because, like, yeah, does he know or does he not? Because depending on which side he's on, you may or may not be able to actually recruit him. Or he's still got to be a dick, I don't know.
I mean, he might be a dick anyway. He just seems to be that kind of person. So it's very possible that I'll find him, realize he doesn't know anything, and then he's going to be like, fuck you, and then I'm going to kill him. So
One problem down.
yeah, exactly. Like, I just don't even give a crap. Whatever his answer is, it's going to be a win for me. So, okay. That's kind of my goal.
Before I
try
move...
even,
Go ahead.
getting the party towards, like to using the, our stolen ticket and our compass to the Golden Nox ship to actually maybe even use that as kind of our, jumping off point for our next quest.
This kind of sounds like you want to do some pirating and steal the Nox ship. Do some pirating stuff.
Yeah. Money.
Yeah, because if there's one thing we don't have, it's money.
I'm about to start jacking up some prices, buddy.
Oh no, the economy.
But there's a recession while we were gone.
It's been 11 years, guys. A lot can change.
Has our platinum been adjusted for inflation?
So yeah, like everything is inflated now. That 1,000 platinum is now worth about the equivalent of 1,000 silver.
To be fair, I don't have it anymore. I gave it away.
Fair.
Like it's gone to it's gone to Vurian and Barbados now.
So
With all that platinum, you could have paid someone to make a werewolf vaccine.
that could have gone towards werewolf vaccine research funds.
Shame, Johnny, shame.
Well, we can. I mean, they could still use it for that, but whatever.
You can also steal some by being
Yeah, that's
pirates
like
again.
evaporated into the ether. You can still just tell Vuri and
They're gonna put a
Barbados
jacuzzi
what
on
to do
that.
with it. They're just gonna
Damn
party.
right.
Navalor.
Okay. Misery, what about you? What's your plan?
Sorry, I'm just distracted because I thought of the name Moondurna for a werewolf vaccine, and I'm enjoying my
jeez.
cleverness.
You nerd, says the DM.
Yeah. But anyways, Misery would want to try and track down Hendren.
Her dad?
That would be her. Yes.
Are you
Sorry, I just like
missing your
poking at
daddy?
that.
Allegedly.
Her alleged father.
Yeah, alleged father, and maybe learn from him, maybe punch him in the face. I'm not quite sure yet. She has weak sissy punches. We're probably going to put some shocking grasp behind that.
All right.
But yeah, and maybe learn from him, and hopefully figure out what the hell she wants to do with her life.
Of course. Okay. Graham, now yours is a sticky situation because a lot of your backstory I kind of made for you because this was like back when we first started. We didn't know how far we're gonna go.
I never made a character before, so
yeah, so that's like totally fine. You do have some character history that I told you, but of course you can still play as Graham. And I should have talked to you about this earlier, but because we'll be playing this game for another I don't know how many years, you can do what Lyra Vuri did and swap characters temporarily. So you can make another character to play as, and you can put Graham on the back burner if you want. Not saying now, but like it is possible.
I'll think on it. But for now, I'll keep playing Graham.
Yeah, for sure. Just let me know. But that being said, do you have any thoughts on what's going through Graham's mind, knowing that Brynjol is still at large, still causing a ruckus, and has essentially attacked both your hometown, the warring town, and has moved his way up onto another place to wreak havoc?
Yeah, I think Brynjol would be his priority, but I think also a thought that I had was maybe Graham could try and seek out some of his old military buddies. Maybe they can help out with Brynjol.
Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know, because because he did step through your hometown. Well, maybe what's the state of Omniport now?
Yeah, I would have to figure that out too. But I think with regards to his previous story with his what's her fucking name? I can't. I'm so bad with names.
Clarabelle.
I think he's probably gotten a bit of closure on that already. So now I think Brynjol would be the priority.
Yeah, he's already said goodbye to Emery, and he's said he's got some closure thanks to the alternate version of your squad leader. So now it's all about tying the last loose end. The guy who caused a bunch of bullshit in your
but just to give you something to go off of, I think he would maybe have the idea to seek out some people that he knew from the military, or to kind of bolster the resistance, I guess, as it were.
Sounds good. In fact, I actually have a bunch of characters already ready for that. So
That's
perfect.
Good. That's good. But I think Brynjol would be his priority.
Furry, how dare you? I see that message.
I'm just saying.
I don't
just
know what
saying.
your username is. I've never seen you in chat.
I'm literally in chat right now.
I don't know what you're. Hold on.
Find your so you can banner.
I don't know if I have VIP either, but that's just because I don't have any.
Wait, are you
I
in
don't think I've
Dillion?
ever. I don't think I've ever been in your
Yeah.
chat.
Oh, jeez, I didn't realize that was you.
It's okay.
I actually
Alright.
didn't realize that was you either.
Give me a second.
I'm
Let me
sneaky. It's fine. I'm just bugging
She
you.
keeps
Hold
bonking him.
on. Hold on. Slash VIP.
Slash.
No. There. I didn't know. Okay. So, where were we? Right,
Discussing
Graham, your
plans.
stuff. Discussing plans. So, finally, last but not least, Kratos, Vin, what is your plan for this foreseeable future?
That's a good question. I don't necessarily want. I was hoping to tell you in private.
Well,
that-
you can do it in private if you want, or you can talk or role play with the party and tell them what's going on. Because I see no better opportunity than this, unless you want to
Ye-
postpone it, of course. I don't
Well,
want to pressure you. It's just it's up to you.
Yeah. Well, considering as well with just meeting back up with Vuri and Barbados, the plan was originally to discreetly do this.
Oh, we can. You don't have to say anything now.
That's fine. This is kind of Kratos talking as well to the party.
Okay. Roleplay time.
And it's originally I was planning to be more discreet about this, but with meeting old friends and not wanting to peace out just like that. I've been doing a lot of thinking, pretty much as long as we've been not in our timeline. Well, there's been multiple times in which my lycanthropy has caused problems for the party. And going, as much as I want to deal with Brignoll, I don't really want to, the closer I get to him, the harder it's going to be, or the bigger a problem this is going to be for me. So I've decided that come tomorrow, myself and Abigail, and if Ein wants to still come with me, we're probably going to go off on our own for a bit, so I can see if I can find. I've got a couple ideas of what I need to do to cure myself, but until I can get a handle on this better, it's probably not good for me to be around people. And also nothing against, I'm not blaming anyone, but for quite a while it's been constant detour and distraction. I need to focus on this, so it's better for both parties if I kind of do my own thing for now.
That's fair.
I do want to say a part of that blame probably lies within me. I don't give you guys a lot of downtime.
It's all good. I mean, it's it's still your first, technically your first campaign, so it's like you're working with, it's a matter of you built a big world with a lot of things going on, and
Probably too
that's
much, honestly.
it's I couldn't imagine managing all that myself as a DM. So it's to be fair, it's it happens.
Blame God.
That said, to avoid this, please, by any means, just tell me you want to go somewhere and we'll just do it, because that's always been an option. even though I'm steering the ship most of the time, you guys have handles on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh no, everything's been good. It's just unfortunately we've been trapped in alternate timelines for
So out of
a year.
So out of character, then, are you going to be playing a different character?
Yes.
How dare you bring this out of game?
Well, I was wondering.
No, it's true. He's switching characters.
Okay.
How dare you pull aside the curtain?
Anyway, continue, Kratos, or
I
however.
I do like this is out of game. This is out of character, but I'm just like I like that like last game, Miss or Lyra's like I need to stay behind, and everyone's like, oh no Lyra, you should stay, and then Kratos is like I gotta go and do my own thing, and everyone's just like okay, good luck, man.
Sorry.
Oh no!
I can pull character for you. I'm sorry.
No.
They found
it's
the
okay.
favorites.
No, we're doing this.
No, it's fine.
No, we're doing it in character. Go. You did this to yourself.
Stop. Go. Come back.
Oh my god. Discord.
You guys telling your stories with gifs. That's all that Discord is now. It's just fucking gifs of replays of what's happening in the campaign.
So,
Anyway.
you're not supposed to look. It's on
I got it
streamer
open
mode.
now.
Well, Kratos, I did suggest what Hendren had told us about, you know, what's the word? Fusing with your god core.
Yeah, that's one option. The other is, well, apparently there are advances, so I'm going to be, traveling around seeing if I can find any more information about it. And then in the downtime as well, I might be able to do a bit more communicating with Naga.
And also, always the old standby of murdering Brynjol.
Yeah, there is that. Hopefully, hey, if you get, what, as much as I want to do it, if you guys have an opportunity, go for it. I won't complain. I'll just murder Warren later. If I see him, I'll let him know might be looking for him.
Honestly, if we're being transparent, I'd rather you didn't.
Okay, I won't then.
Hold on. You don't want to kill your bastard of a dad?
I'm sort of on the fence with it. It's a difficult.
Is that character development?
To be fair, I don't have as yeah.
Oh no, she's always been on the fence about this.
Yeah.
I want to punch him. I don't know if I want to kill him.
Yeah, to be fair, is with Warren as well, with Kratos. He's not like, from what he's seen, just because like he doesn't really know if like the Warren Castle at the time when he got his eye cut or like stabbed out is the same Warren, because apparently they swapped or whatever, as well as the fact that like he's doing trickery stuff, but he doesn't seem like openly hostile from what his experience in the Shadowfell. So he's like not 100% sure what to think as well either.
Well, I mean, not openly hostile, and also kicking us off course and sending us into time abyss or whatever the hell we were.
Yeah, I mean, I might give him a couple of whacks for that one, but
yeah, a couple of thwacks.
Alrighty then. Let's see here. Let me check my notes. So, you guys have been discussing amongst yourselves what the plan is. You have an idea of where to go. You do know that it's going to be a very long trek going there. I assume you guys will be boarding back on the Navalor and taking a grand new adventure to not China.
Depends.
Interesting. Okay, tell me more.
Let's go about to China.
Like, what Misery really wants to do is, try to replicate that scroll so she has more than one casting of scrying.
Okay.
And what her first goal is finding Warren, or Hendren.
Okay. So, there is no timeline as to when you guys can start going to Rasonia. So by all means, you can take as long as you want to prepare, and of course find information, take any stops on the way, because none of you besides Graham have been to Q4, and certainly none of you have been to Q3, let alone Rasonia. So yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of prep that you guys can do.
You guys will be taking the Navalor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big ass ship. There's probably plenty of like what's it called? Resources. Like there's probably a lot like Misery could do like research on that scroll and stuff. Like, I mean, it kind of fell through, but like Bert was working on like an alchemy room at the time, and like there's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I actually almost forgot that I did that. It's been so long.
Does the Navalor have any communication tools I could use to get in touch with?
Yeah, it's got some long range calls to certain areas, mostly to Rodon's old contacts. So you wouldn't be able to contact home from the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could like connect to anyone that Rodon and Vuria had been working for as.
Well, I can
they had
try
clients.
that and see if they know anything about home.
Okay.
About the situation out there. If they know any people who can give me some information.
Got it. Okay. But yeah, it looks like we've got two different objectives. One, actually no, we got a bunch of objectives, but the ones that are going to take prominence,
a lot of them kind of converge on the same place. So
yeah, I'm just thinking of like order of operation here. So Misery, you want to find info about copying your scroll. Bert, you wanted to find the Nox and see if that can help going along essentially this route of quests that might link to each other. But as to what your first plan of action is to go with the Nox, how are you thinking of doing that?
Well, I don't even think it would be that hard. We have like a way to find it. We have that compass, and we have access to the well, we presumably have access to the ship. So
is there any fine print on the ticket that says this is only good in this timeline?
I mean, but it might also like, oh hey, this is like the year, like I don't even know if we have like a proper like year timeline or anything.
Was from 9 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say like, yeah, this expired 11 years ago. Rip.
Oh,
but with that said, I mean, we are pirates.
It's more than nothing.
I'm gonna mute you guys real quick, but continue talking amongst yourselves. Wurmple, hello. Thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. Hello, raiders. Part of Wurmple's problems. Thank you, raiders. Thank you, Wurmple. So if you guys here in the chat have never heard of Wurmple, they're an amazing artist. You gotta go check them out. I'm gonna do a quick shout out. Wurmple VT. Yeah, you were just chatting. What were you doing? What with the? I mean, just chatting is very broad. So, doing some art stuff or what's up? Also, your favorite clown? Oh boy, oh boy. You were getting bullied. Oh, that's not. I mean, it could be fun depending on how they're bullying you. Showing your first VT. Oh goodness, I gotta see that. I'll have to check out your VODs to check that out because yeah, last time I saw you were doing some art stuff. They called you clowns. Oh goodness. Well, if you need to raid and run, feel free. But hey, you're also free to really do whatever you want. We're just playing some D&D, and we're starting a brand new story arc. Essentially, the party came back from a grand adventure, and now are figuring out what they want to do. They're doing a lot of catch up, and right now they're doing a bunch of prep to do a long trek to another part of the world, but figuring out some side quests on the way. But yeah, good luck finding the VOD. Oh no, is it hard to find? Oh, you love D&D. Well, I hope you stick around. But hey, do what you need to do. And I'm going to get back to these guys. Thank you again for the raid. Really appreciate that. Okay, back to these guys.
If
Sorry,
we
guys,
can't
what's up?
beat Brynjol in battle, we'll beat him in capitalism.
Okay, boss.
Yeah.
That was one heck of a way to come back. What did I miss?
We're beating Brynroll the old-fashioned way by having more money than him.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we'll just buy him out.
Yeah.
Corporate takeover.
We'll just become the Tencent of this universe.
Oh no, but
Oh,
then we have to
goodness.
give him severance.
No, we
And
don't.
he gets to walk.
You're pirates.
This
You don't
is a
have. You can do
hostile
whatever
takeover.
you want.
Yeah,
Pirates, Severance
exactly.
is walking the plank.
Yeah.
Mergers.
Severance
Oh,
is severing the head.
Yeah, now you're thinking.
That's the
Severance the pirate
package.
way.
Yar.
Yeah.
It's a severance package because after we cut his head off, we put it in a bag.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, we still have 45-ish minutes for today's session, but we have an idea of what we want to do. So, Bert, you're going to use your connections and your compass to find the Nox. All you have to do is convince everyone else as to this objective, which I don't imagine would be too difficult.
No, I think I did that while you were away.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
excellent. Well, Misery, well, you gotta re-role play it for the content, okay? You don't, it's fine.
Oh, we
Misery,
weren't actually even role playing it. We were just basically talking about how
It's a
we're
deleted
gonna use.
scene. You gotta buy the Blu-ray to see it.
Yeah, it's
we
the
can-
Winter
we can do
Rain
it.
Patreon exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't tell them I have a Patreon. Someone might actually try it.
Yeah, that's
Just kidding.
Should I
It's
open a
the
Patreon?
OnlyFans.
No, that's already
No,
made.
no,
Oh no.
Yes, did you guys know I'm also part LewDuber?
No fade to blacks here.
For real though. Misery, so we know that you
When are
have
those feet pics
to...
dropping?
Huh?
I said, when are the feet pics dropping?
Only
On
feed.
Tuesday. Anyway.
Yeah.
Misery, your plan is to get information about dear old dad and no, the scroll. You want to copy the scroll. And then I think I have
Yeah,
everyone
more or
else's
less.
kind of idea. Cool. So, with the Navalor at your wait, assuming that you guys are okay, like is very okay with the party rejoining, or are there some trials and tribulations she'd like to put them through the ringer for first?
After all that, she says, no, you can't come.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for the almost 1,000 platinum. No, get the hell out of my city. Yeah, no, like, if they're down to beat Brynjol's ass, then I'm happy to have them back.
All right. In that case, with the Navalor back in service with a full crew and a couple objectives at your feet, a quick reminder that while the adventures you guys had in the alternate timelines are different timelines, for the majority, a lot of things are very similar. So anything that you might have learned in the other timelines are very similar, if not slightly different, here. So let's say, for example, again, just throwing this out there, and again, I just thought of this now, but like the ticket that you have for the Golden Nox, if you wanted to verify if it is actually a thing, I don't know, maybe visit that lady in Lyra's hometown, but the real one, and then see if like she
Oh,
has
the
a ticket or
goblin
something like
fucker.
that, you know? Just an idea.
It's just a matter of if all of a sudden we get to the Golden Nox and it doesn't work, then we're gonna have problems. So
Yeah,
it
that's
might
why
be
it's just
better
like
to
an
verify
idea.
it beforehand.
Yeah. There's also, and again, I'm just throwing out ideas. I don't have any of this prepared. I'm just going with the flow. So you can do that, or you can visit any of the other locations that you guys might have missed. Not might have missed, but like you can explore, or you can just do a bunch of shopping, because now that you are in New Rhymecast, that's not what it's called, but an explosion of commerce within Rhymecast, you do have a lot of options to do some shopping. Maybe we can do a final shopping episode before the next session. I don't know. It's up to you guys. But with that said, you all have objectives. You have a bunch of money. You got a lot of time. The only thing that's quote unquote time driven is like how long do you want to let Brynjol wreak havoc up there? Which there isn't really a timeline. You guys don't know what's going on there, so there's no real stakes. It's just me to think about, okay, well, how much time is he being allotted to wreck whatever X
I
havoc?
mean, we've let him have 9 years already, so
11.
11. Sorry, it's a few extra days isn't going to make that much of a difference.
Anyway, continue, because I'm not here. You can also start with like who wants to do what right now, because currently the time is, and because you guys have been here for a bit, we'll say it's evening, because I imagine that Vuri would have her own responsibilities, and visiting her father's grave would be in the evening. So let's say it's 5 o'clock. What do you guys do?
Well, I guess Kratos is probably going to go with Abigail to pick up supplies.
Okay.
And then maybe see Ein.
Okay. We can expedite that if you wish.
Sure.
Okay. Well, Ein, you see him, and he sees you. He knows exactly who you are, as he is magical in nature. You kind of knew this at the start when you first got him, but his magical powers have emerged at this point. He's much larger, definitely a proper mount, and looks like large enough for Abigail to ride behind you. And he does have some what looks to be ghostly wisps coming off of his fur. But he's definitely a battle steed now. Sorry, what?
Okay. Do I know what that'd be about?
Because you knew him the longest before the game really started, I can do an Arcana check, and maybe it can give you a hint.
Okay, because I don't really believe. Well, I mean, I don't really get the whole magic thing, but oh, that's a good roll though. That would be. Let's see, what's my? Oh, sorry, I wasn't pushing to talk. That would be 18.
18, pretty good. You do know that where you did find Ein was in the northern area of Rhymecast, where you're living with the Frost Elves. And there are some old legends of Frost Wolves and whatnot. While he might not necessarily be an Ice Wolf, you can see these little wisps and think maybe there's some relation or there's something akin to that. But you do know that you found him around there, and him being perhaps a descendant of some breed of Frostwolf.
Well, I'll ruffle his fur and I'll be like, "Sorry, I've been gone for so long, bud."
He looks at you with the same loyalty and love that a dog does their owner, although he's a wolf. Yeah. As if he's been waiting for the longest time with the utmost patience, and regards you as if you had never left.
Hey. Okay.
What kind of supplies do you think you'd want to go to? Like, is there a shop you want to visit before you leave? Because are you leaving tonight or tomorrow?
I'd be leaving probably first thing in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But I would, just like some basic stuff like rations and just like basics like, rope and light and things that I'm just going to be needing to kind of get around if I need to go off the beaten path a bit, basically.
Okay, so a lot of survival stuff and rations and all that crap.
And I guess like an explorer's kit would be the stuff like that, I guess.
Okay. Well, I trust you know where to go to find the prices of said things and remove that from your inventory in terms of monetary value.
Yeah, I could figure that out.
Okay.
How much do rations, or is that listed in the book, or is that?
It's also listed in the book, yeah.
Okay.
I would recommend D&D Beyond, but there have been jackasses. Do not go to D&D Beyond for any information. Roll20 has your information, though.
Yeah, I usually just go to like the wiki dot or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to chat, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
I know. So it's a little different now that I have an audience. Okay, cool. That's great.
I'll have something for him before he goes.
Okay. That is tomorrow morning, but definitely good to note. Anyone else doing anything tonight? It is 5 o'clock in the evening.
Misery is gonna, like, I must, blah, blah.
Well,
Apparently Misery's gonna have a stroke.
Oh no. Cast Lesser Restoration now.
Time travel is... Who knew that there was such awful side effects?
Roll to see if your arm feels numb.
Roll a Constitution check.
Oh, so that's +8, so that's like 19.
You're fine.
Okay, good.
Jeez.
Just tank it.
I'm fine. I don't need a functional brain.
Stop. These real life conditions are scary, okay?
Alright, so she tries approaching Bury, and all she can think of is, like, the last time she saw Avery, who was like, I don't know you, I barely remember you, go away. And it's like, okay.
Reconnecting. Continue.
Yeah. Bury?
Hi.
Hi. How have you been?
Like, in the last decade that you've been gone? That's kind of a difficult question to answer.
Right, I've been watching people, how they shit. I'm bad at this.
You've been watching
Hello
people and how
again.
they shit. I could have probably... I
No!
feel like it's a pretty easy thing to do.
I'm bad at this. I always have been. Hello again. I need
Hello.
help.
Okay.
What was it? Audrey, she gave me this one scroll, one casting of this, and that's all I have.
Okay.
And I need to make more of them.
Oh.
Do you have any idea how to do that?
Can I look at it? Do you mind me taking a peek? I promise I'm not going to cast anything.
Of course.
Does the Navalor have a scroll photocopier?
It does, but not for magical devices. It's just going to write it on the paper.
Does it have a photocopier?
You forget the Navalor was a business.
Do we have a fancy print store here in Rhymecast?
Yes.
Yeah, take it to Fantasy Staples and get them to make a copy of it.
Ye old staples.
Yeah.
Anyways, Misery brings out the scry scroll, and is like, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I've read about this. As far as copying it, we've got... You might want to see who's been coming into town lately. I know people that are more the studied of the arcane than I am would probably be a good person to ask, because I know, like, that's half of their business is copying shit down into their little boogie book. But I did read...
There's people here that do that?
There's all kinds of people here. I don't know if there's that exact person but there's a lot of people that come and go. But for this thing in particular, I have done a little bit of stuff with Torig. So I might. Do you have? It's gonna be a weird question. Do you have anything of his?
Sorry, 1 second. Let me look. Okay. He did give me this empty Hecknar core. I mean, it's not. I don't know if this would work. I mean, he was holding it for a brief amount of time, but it's probably more connected to Brynjol than anything. But
As the DM, I am confused.
what?
Like what?
Like the the empty Hecknar core. It was given to me by Hendren.
Yes, but why are you
But
giving that
Hecknar-
to? Go ahead.
So that she can use it. So that Tori can use it to find him, I guess.
to scry on
Oh,
Hendren.
is that what you're asking, Vuri?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, continue. Sorry, I that like went way over my head.
We know how the scrying spell works. Don't worry.
Yes. Go ahead.
So there's that, or I could use this scroll, see what he looks like in physical form, because I've only ever seen him in a weird Shadowfell sort of spirit form where he was like bug-like. I mean, it looked kind of good on him, but weird.
Sounds creepy.
I mean, you've met me, right? Creepy is kind of what we do. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
Starting to.
That's fair.
As Graham says from the other side of the room.
He's got good hearing.
I mean, you fought my sister very briefly. She sucked.
Or what now?
Oh, sorry. Yes. One of the people oh no, wait, no. Was that with Lyra or with you?
That was with Leah.
That was with Lyra. That was in the
Shit.
other.
You're
Never
mixing
mind,
up your
wasn't it?
BFFs.
No,
That was.
she showed up when Rhymecast got attacked.
Ah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was with Vuri.
true. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Vuri would have known that it was your sister, though.
Well, I'm telling you now.
All right.
More
You
revelations.
remember that? You remember this
More
person who
revelations.
showed up 11 years ago?
Remember the fight with the Kraken?
Very
And-
vividly,
and-
yes.
Yes, and you made us that wonderful dome. I really miss having that. That would have been really useful many times. But one of the people we were fighting, not the one with the black eyes, but the other one, apparently, despite being in a completely different body, that one is, I guess, a half sister. Henry,
Oh.
apparently, multiple people have fucked him. I do not understand why. He seems like a terrible human being. Oh, yeah, drowish.
That doesn't mean anything.
What doesn't mean anything? That he's a terrible person, or the people that fucked him?
Exactly.
But anyways, yes, I have had other ones. Apparently, others have died. I'm not quite sure. Doesn't matter. They're dead now.
So you're telling me
Sorry, say
What
that
was
one
that?
more time.
You
You
kind of-
roboted out.
Oh, I'm just confirming that what Misery is trying to tell me is that
The last thing you said was something. What Misery was going to tell you.
Yeah, confirming that I told you that, and then.
Yeah, cut off at the most important part.
sister.
Yes, that is her sister.
Sister.
I've noticed that the times that people cut out are always at like the perfect spot too.
Yep.
The killer's name is.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it's her sister.
half sister. We should stress that part.
Only half.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea who my mother is. That's not something we generally talk about and or are told.
Oh, I had a devious idea. I had a devious idea.
Rainer's got the Grinch
Devious
smile.
ideas where they belong.
I know who your mother is now. Oh, the twists. Anyway, continue. I'm gonna
It's
write this
lost.
down.
People I've never met before. But yes. Anyways, wait. What were we talking? What?
You were telling.
How did we get onto this part?
Oh, fuck. I know. You were telling. You're telling Vuri about your family matters and something. That's her sister. I don't know why you told her that's her sister. That's on you.
Yeah, that was probably more just hey,
Just background info.
information.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just background info. Background info
Cool.
helps. But anyways, if I use that scroll to look at him, then I can make myself look like him, so that you can know what you're looking for when you're trying to find him.
Does the spell let you do that? I thought you have to be familiar with them, or can you just really just pretend to?
There's different sort of levels that it has. I just looked this up too on tools.
Ah. Okay. Well, yeah, sure.
it's
I'll
just
allow it.
It's,
I think they did that in Critical Role. So I think
There's a modifier.
Yeah. You can like secondhand knowledge. You've heard of the target, likeness or picture. You can.
Oh. Yeah.
Tweaks the save modifiers you get to use.
Yeah, I just got a chart, so I looked at
It's
it. Okay,
based
cool.
on what you have from them and what you know about them.
That's a really good tech. So you can, okay. So your plan is to look like your father by using the scroll, so you can mimic it, and then show Vuri, and then Vuri can try and locate that guy.
Yep.
Yes, because like the only time I've seen him physically is in like Kratos' memory, where I first found out he was a drow, and that was like you saw an ear, and that's it.
So yeah, it says firsthand. So it would be like firsthand you have met the target. That's a +0 safe modifier, and then you have if you have a likeness, it's a -2.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll allow it.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw.
So
yeah. I'm gonna read the rules. You guys continue.
Yeah, of course.
I just have it up on Roll20.
Yeah, GM, I linked you a page.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
Okay.
Carry on.
So, Vuri, you're able to use this as an approximation of this spell as well through Torig?
I haven't actually tried it, but in theory, yes.
In theory?
Like, I tried it on Barbados one time, but he's pretty close. I don't really know anybody else that's, like, super far away. But in theory, it should work. I'm pretty confident. I'm, like, 85% sure it'll work.
Okay. Do you want to maybe try it on, I don't know, Kratos has gone off somewhere?
Sure.
So are you casting scrying yourself, or are you using the scroll?
I am casting it myself.
Okay. So go ahead and knock out that spell slot that you need, unless otherwise stated. And how do you perform the spell scrying?
So, I am going to go over to Torig. I'm going to open up his back. and then there's like a little headpiece that I put on.
Okay.
And so I am right now. I'm picturing Kratos. So
Okay.
I'm thinking. There's a little bit of a blue electrical charge building up on Torig. There's a little bit of static, and then it's kind of just this big pulse coming out from Torig.
Okay.
Magical
So
arcane energy, and I'm gonna be looking for Kratos. I'm gonna think really hard and use the magical energy that Torig has to try and locate my newly acquainted friend,
all
Kratos.
right. So, as you input the commands into Torg's console and put on your headset, which allows you to see through the magical energies and articulate the spell, the magic pulse goes out in search of Kratos. And seeing as he is obviously on the same plane of existence, you do manage to find him, especially with how familiar you are with him, especially doubly so, considering he has barely aged. And you find him. He's currently shopping with his quote-unquote companion, and yeah, you see them in plain view. The spell activates exactly as you thought it would, and it is clear as day what he's doing. You can't really see where he is because the spell does not give you that much. You're just relying on this specific entity. And yeah, you see them. He's currently shopping, and you can only kind of tell because he's handing over money and seems to be putting something in his pocket. And you can barely see it out of the peripheral of the spell, but you can see someone holding on to his coat like a lost individual, like a lost child. You can kind of surmise who that is.
Okay, she's gonna pull off the helmet and say, "It worked. It's the first time I've done it, unlike anybody other than Barbados. It fucking worked. Let's do it."
All right, I love that. Okay. All right, so Misery's just gonna lay out the scroll and, think about Hendren, and she's never actually seen him himself, but she's interacted with, what would you call it? His spirit, his essence in the Shadowfell, and just thinks about the multiple conversations and tries to use that as a, what do you call it, like a tether to him.
Okay. Before we continue with that, I do want to check up on the guys. Graham, is there anything that you want to do or say while they're doing this?
Graham
You can
would have
shop, you can
probably
drink,
gone.
you can bar fight, whatever.
Graham would have probably gone out to get like a newspaper or something to get an idea of like the current state of affairs, the
All
world
right.
news.
Perfect.
That's-
With how much stuff that's going around and whatnot, and because this is now a hub of commerce, easy enough to find a convenience store with a newsstand. You can quickly buy one. It'll only be like a copper, or no, sorry, give me like 2 copper for a quick newspaper. And you managed to get one. Go ahead and roll a history check to see how much information I can give you from this.
If I roll a 1, do I get stuck on the funnies?
You get stuck looking at the
that
comics.
Garfield sure loves lasagna. Another 18.
Nice. Okay. You see that there are some reports coming back from Omniport, as they are the first contacts with the warring country, and which of course affects the rest of your quadrant of the world. And you find out that one of the reasons that Omniport has not struck Stuala in their time of low power, they don't have a lot of fighting prowess. One of them is saying that the current leader is not pushing for that because they want to focus more on rebuilding the current state, because the countryside has been hit hard as a place that was originally, like, a lot of their exports is produce, being a farm country before military. It just so happens the military is on the coast there. A lot of the land has been torn asunder, so they need to work now in order to recover their their exports, like their method of export stuff. And because they rather have a ceasefire in order for them to do that, and because with Brynjol being as powerful as he is, they don't see the giants coming back as attackers anytime soon. That said, things are kind of dire. Sorry, they're not dire, but they're not in a wartime. So a lot of civilians
they're not good either.
Yeah, they're trying to recover hard right now because a lot of their farmland has been, fucked up.
Yeah.
There is a rough death toll from the current affairs. It doesn't look like your hometown is at the center of it. Again, it was less about like attacking your place, but more of a lot of giants were running through that place, and that killed a lot of the soil and crops.
Yeah.
There are some reports of festivities going on in Paraglass. Not a big deal, but something's going on over there.
Yeah.
You do know that another island that you guys had tried to explore 11 years ago has reopened a few years back, and that the royal family is doing fine. There was an incident, and it was now being recorded in the history books, especially since it's been a decade. You don't know too much about it because you guys couldn't manage to get onto the island at the time, but that's some nice lore background news.
Was that area between the Geyser Desert and the and Rhymecast?
Yes. You guys tried to go there, but it was closed due to an inspection.
Was that city? That city?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember I had a mystery game with Vuri and Misery players. Yeah. The stuff on that island concluded.
And it was because of that stuff we couldn't go there.
Yeah. Because we were playing the game at the time. We didn't know what was happening.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's news there. You would still probably like to get communication back on that, but you do know that, like Vuri said, there is now a train track going all the way through there. But obviously it does not, and it does take a quick stop through your hometown. So you could potentially take the train if you really wanted to.
Well, we're probably going to take the ship. But...
Yeah. But yeah, that's what you find from the newsstand. Anything else you want to do when you're out?
That's basically all I wanted to do, was just get an appraisal of what the current state of affairs are.
Sounds good. All right, Bert, you've been quiet for a bit. I apologize for that. Is there anything that you want to do while you are out here? You have a lot of resources you got a lot of money, you got a lot of time.
Well, considering it's kind of getting into the evening, Bert isn't as interested in going out and buying stuff just yet. He actually wants to hop aboard the Navalor and check things out.
All right, perfect. So, as you hop onto the Navalor, as everyone's going about doing their own thing, you hop on, and it's a bit of a slight hint of nostalgia hits you, as it's only been a few months for you, but after all the chaos and information and overwhelming amount of stuff happening, you are finally back on what you could perceive as a safe home, as a place where you have befriended Vuri as well as Lyra. It brings back some memories of simpler times before all the chaos of your history and whatnot that was revealed. All the times where you met Alaria and the rest of the crew that were here stepping foot. A lot of history has been put on this ship. And here you are back again. And the current layout looks very similar. There are some changes, of course. As you kind of walk around. I wish I had the map on me, but I'm not logged into Roll20 from our old map. But as you walk around the Navalor, you can see that there are the typical doors, all the doors that Rodan had made for all of you, for your own private rooms. You can see the hallway that goes to the stairwell, that leads down to the catwalk, that leads down to the garage, which would hold 4 additional ships, because the Navalor is indeed essentially a ship carrier ship.
Yeah, it's like a command ship.
Yeah. You can see that there is a brand new mech in there, as you kind of Took a quick peek. A new mech. And it looks like there is some sort of... The cockpit's a little different this time. Rather than like one cramped looking cockpit, you can see that behind it is it is like a slim looking port. And with your intelligence and knowledge of tech, you can imagine that Torg would probably slot himself in there.
Oh, cool. So it's like an AI-controlled mech sort of thing.
Think of Star Wars with
okay, where they
R2D2.
put where they put the droids in the
astromech.
back.
Yeah. Mechs in the back, pilots in the front. Co-op controls.
Cool.
Let's see. Yeah, you can also see the little jack there. It looks to be a bit cleaned up, spruced up. You can see it has brand new sails. You can see that there is a bit of a magic generator kind of sitting behind the main mast. Looks to be some sort of shielding unit. And you just kind of peer off from this from over the catwalk. You can't get too many details, but you kind of see that. You can see another ship there that you don't recognize. Part of you is thinking maybe it's just another client because Vuri might have been here for a while, might have taken on some clients. And so you hop back up. You can see your old room. It's been 11 years, but as you open the door, Vuri, I have a question for you as a resident here of 11 years. Would any of the rooms change or be converted to storage units or whatnot? What do you think happened to the Navalor after Radon's passing? What do you think would be done to the Navalor?
I think Vuri's room would probably be in the same spot. I would imagine Barbados maybe moved into the captain's room because that's kind of the role that he took. As far as...
I think I'll stop you there real quick. In my opinion, I think he might have pushed Vuri to be in Rodon's old room, and he'll just take one of the smaller rooms because he's just kind of used to that. But he could still take the role of pseudo captain whenever you need him to, because overall it is still your house. It is your place.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then in that case, maybe he took Vuri's room, which would probably be a little bit larger than the chef's quarters to begin with. So then Vuri's stuff will be in the captain's bunk. I think probably I could see her probably not wanting to mess with any of the alchemy shit because she doesn't really know what it is. And she's going, you know what? If something blows up, it's going to be more of a pain to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
I think other than that, maybe she's probably moved most of the personal effects into the room with the alchemy stuff. So it's kind of just like a little cluttered shrine of her old friends. She didn't necessarily want to throw anything out. But with as much time has passed, it doesn't necessarily make sense to just keep them as is.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Rather than throw about the majority of the stuff, a lot of the stuff was just put into the same room with Bert's alchemy stuff. So then currently they are empty rooms, or we're using them for additional supply, like cabinets and whatnot. Because they were just added to the place, so they are rooms.
Yeah, they were, I think, probably one is the storage, maybe two are probably boarding rooms if people don't necessarily want to stay at the inn, or if it's a particularly busy boarding season, this is probably a way for Vuri to make money. She rents out rooms.
Hustler.
Yeah, so two of them, look like little guest rooms. One of them is a storage, one of them is all of her old party stuff that honestly covered in dust. It doesn't look like she's probably opened this door in probably 4 or 5 years. Other than that, you would probably notice that there is a big old what would you call it? Like a little garden raised area. She's got a lot of weird ass looking plants, not particularly pretty ones, but ones that you could probably guess are like, oh, like maybe these are herbs, yummy things, like stuff for Barbados to use, but like they're real funky looking.
Okay. So not necessarily a like, not like a greenhouse, but more of a just like, yeah, here's where we plant some exotic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Would probably also see just like all kinds of weird ass like machinery books everywhere. Um couple of old like arcane study books. There's probably like a how to win friends and influence people equivalent somewhere.
It's so sad though that she was like alone for so many years,
Yeah.
and her dad passed away, and that's all she had besides Barbados.
Yeah. You
And Tori.
would definitely
Yeah, true.
see like a wood relief carving of Rodan, probably in like the kitchen area.
I'm gonna fucking cry. Continue. Sorry, I'll shut
No,
up.
that's okay. No, I'm trying to think of what else she would have done. There's probably probably if you were to take a peek in the captain's quarters, there's probably a lot of Reni's shit just all over the place. I would imagine that she probably spends a lot of time on the ship as well.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
Bert. Sorry, was there anything else?
I think that's probably all that Bert would notice, really. Like, there's other little tiny things, but, like...
Excuse me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, Bert. So as you take a look around, that is what you see. And what else? Let me check my notes real quick.
Would there be any new like armaments or anything?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can tell simply by knowing Vuri that a lot of the stuff is of her make, a lot of upgrades, especially since, you know, she learned a lot of stuff from Rodan himself. But you can see some different style and like, you know what I mean? Like how some people do different methodology for installing different things. You can tell that a lot of this is Rodan style, but otherwise you can see some things like mechanical arms, controlling control panels. You could probably surmise that was Barbados is doing. You can see that there's you can see on the side of the ship there are some gun implants that weren't there before. You can see that some of them are harpoons, but some of them are also cannons. You can also see that one is of a different type of weapon. You can't exactly tell what it is, unless you'd like to do an Arcana check.
Sure. What the hell? Arcana is that. 17.
17. This one shoots arc lightning.
Ah, cool. The Tesla coil.
Basically, you are now on the Navalor and all of its glory. What would you like to do while you're on the ship? If anything.
I'm probably going to spend the next even hour or two until I get hungry and I want to eat food. I'm probably going to like get my room in order and ready to go for when we take off. And I'm probably even just going to sleep there tonight.
All right. Yeah, because your room would have all the shit in there.
Yeah.
Everyone else's beds would still be in the rooms, but then you would see a lot of other people's decor and personal effects shoved into your room.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna like hazard a guess where it all goes and just kind of haphazardly, but like sort of gently put it where I think it'll belong. But then everybody's gonna like go to their room. They're gonna be like, "Why the hell is this in here? That's misery or something."
Yeah, like one or two things might be misplaced, but otherwise,
it just turns out that Bert is like a terrible judge of character, and he just doesn't know anything about any of the people he's been traveling with.
There's like a knife set.
Oh, this is so flowery and cute. It must be miseries.
What's with this giant jug of alcohol?
That could go to multiple people. Let's be
That
honest.
good.
Do you remember the giant jug of alcohol I stole from the desert?
I
Yep.
don't. Dude, the desert was like 6 years. No, wait, not 6 years. It was like
giant
3
jug
years
of
ago.
Alcohol is vintage now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more than 3 years ago.
Was it more than 3 years ago? Was it 4 years
Oh,
ago?
it's gotta be.
The desert was
so
still like,
ago.
well, whatever.
It was
Anyway.
a long time ago, like many things in this game.
Yeah.
I think I was still in Flin Flon when we started this game, and when I started in this game, we were in the desert.
Just a quick reminder, I'm streaming.
I don't live in Flin Flon anymore. I don't care.
That's true. That's true. Just be like, I don't know how much information you want to say,
My
but no, that's
address
true. You don't live there
is-
anymore.
Lovely northern town. If you can go there, do it. It's weird.
Go there because it's weird. Okay,
Well,
Taliesin.
Just because the name is weird.
That said, okay, cool. Yeah, so you're gonna be doing some cleanup, essentially just enough for you to sleep on the Navalor, so you can get some free boarding. Let's go back to the ladies, and then I think after they do their thing, we're gonna end for the night. Cool.
Sir.
Alrighty. Actually, quick note. Actually, no. We'll do it after the ladies because, Kratos, I know you're still about. You've been waiting for a while. Thank you very much for being patient. But let's go back to the girls real quick. Okay, so Misery, you are casting the scrying spell, trying to find your alleged father.
Trying to find my Hendrin core.
Okay. And let me just look at this spell scrying here. So I have to make a wisdom saving throw for him, and then apply the familiar. So I add a -5 to their spell modifier, or no, your. How does this work?
To your save. You add it to your
their
save.
save. Yeah.
Oh, because it makes it worse for him.
It makes it harder for him, yes.
Okay, cool. So what's the spell
And I
DC?
mean, 1 second. Would having that core, the not core, the empty core, count as having a possession?
Possession or garment. Yeah. I mean, you're very familiar with him. You know him very well.
Yeah.
Well, not very
Even
well.
if-
He's still
I,
mysterious.
I have conflicting feelings about him.
Mhm.
But you also
You guys are
you
very
also
connected.
have his you also have his likeness, so if it doesn't count as a possession, then you would still get a -2.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the full -4 for that.
All right.
Wait, sorry,
lovely.
-4 plus a -5, so a -9 to his save.
Yeah.
Yes, and my
Okie dokie.
DC is 18. My DC
All
is
right,
18.
will Hedrin Gore resist the magic ability of being scryed upon?
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I actually have my dice in a bag somewhere, but I don't want to grab it, so I'm just pulling up a roller. See a D20. And then his modifier. And we're rolling the dice. In total, he rolled a 10. So -9, yes, he's not going to get that DC. So, you managed to scry on him, and he cannot resist. Alright, so. As this is a magical scroll and not a technological version from this world, you cast a spell, casting the incantations and letting your senses ride upon the magical inscription of the spell as your mind goes off into a cloudy mass through the ethereal lanes, through the clouds, and eventually you find yourself looking at whom you presume to be Hendrin Gore. Unfortunately, you do not see his face, but you see a visage very similar to what you've seen before. You are looking at, and with the peripherals that you have on the spell, you can see that is very cloudy. It seems to be in a very high elevation. You can see him standing on some sort of spire. You can see that he is donned with mostly armor, armor that seems to be similar to what Graham wears when he suits up. And his visor's currently up, so you can see his face. His eyes are scanning something. You don't know what he's looking at, unfortunately. And so what else are you trying? What are you trying to do with the scry again? So I can give you proper info.
I just want to get as much of a visual as I can on him, so that I can relay to Vuri what he looks like, so that she can scry on him in the future. And I also want to try to get as much as I can of his surroundings to maybe.
It says you've got a 10-foot radius.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So now we know what info to focus to give you. All right, so as you can kind of see what's going around him. You can see it is definitely a tall spire. You see a lot of clouds, and you can see him armored up. You can see that for whatever reason, his leg armor, it's weird because it looks like his knees are pointing the other way, like a grasshopper's legs. And you can see his arms, again, armored up, looks kind of monstrous. Almost as if the armor itself changed his body form, at least temporarily. But you do manage to get a good look at what he looks like. Can you give me an intelligence check to try and remember as much of this as possible, so you can relay it to Vuri?
Quick question. Do you mean like mantis arms?
No. They just look really buff with looks like some sort of dagger in one arm. Sorry, not in the arm. He's like holding on to some sort of exotic looking weapon. But he's got his visor on, and he starts to lift up his helmet a little bit. But as he's doing this, and you get a good look at his face, give me an intelligence check to try and remember as much as you can from here. Actually, a history check.
Okay. History or intelligence?
It's history is under intelligence, so I'm giving you the option if you have history proficiency.
Okay, yeah. Well, they're both the same, history and intelligence. 1 second.
Okay.
That's math. 16.
16. Okay. So as you study his face intently, trying to remember what his face looks like, his little features, you can see that there's a mole on the side of his chin. You can see like the specific tone of his drow face. You can see his hairstyle, his hair color, and then you start looking at his eyes. And while you're focusing on everything, on his details, you see the eyes look towards you and lock on to your eyes, as if he's looking at you through the scrying spell.
So if he can detect invisible objects, he would know that the sensor is there.
Yeah, it's a little sensor thingy.
So yeah, he looks at you, and the spell ends.
And he winks.
As for the 16, you managed to get quite a bit of his features. Enough that I would say that you might be able to get the... you can get the likeness or picture bonus for that. For the spell.
Excellent.
If you were to do it again.
That's what we need.
There you go. So, spell ends. You get that info. And yeah, we can move on, and then I'll move on to Kratos, and then we'll end for the night.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I pretty can I pretty much just relay that to Vuri and maybe do like a seeming spell to be like, hey, here he is. He's a little bit shorter than me and kind of ugly. Ta-da.
Yeah, we can expedite that. That's fine. Cool. So confirm we're good then.
Expedite it.
What's that?
I said I thought you wanted to expedite it.
No, we can. It's just that we're already at the normal time. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Go.
So, are you guys gonna sleep at the Navalor? I assume you will, but you don't have to.
I would assume so. Yes. Then we don't have to pay for an inn.
Alrighty. So after you all gather back on the Navalor, and there's a lot of there's a bunch of thoughts going around with how much revelation of info that you have been given. The fact that you're all stepping back on the Navalor after so long, what only seems to be like a month or so for you. It's quite tranquil compared to all the constant chaos and being away from home. Especially since you have gained a friend in Lyra, but have thus said goodbye to her until further notice. Who knows, maybe it'll be the last time you ever did see her. It's hard to say. But here you are again on the Navalor. It's a bit of a pain as to have to set your rooms up again after all this time. But Vuri, you see all this happen, and how do you feel seeing everyone back again and moving things as if they had never left? I'd like to know your thoughts.
It's probably kind of bittersweet. It's nice to have everyone back, but there is that hole that Rodon is not here. And she hides it well, but she's really looking, and she's getting a little bit misty-eyed, just kind of seeing it go back to really, like, compared to everything that's happened, it seems like it was forever ago and also yesterday that they head out. So it's a complicated emotion. She is. I mean, they've been gone like a third of her life, right? So it's
a lot to take in.
Yeah, she's interested to hear about everything that they've gone through. She's interested to see what they can do and to see if maybe they've learned anything else. She's probably eager to kind of show off a little bit about everything that she's learned how to do, but also, yeah, there's just a big old punch in her chest that there is somebody missing who is never going to come back.
Yeah. And as you contemplate on this, watching everyone go back and forth between their rooms and Bert's, essentially rummaging everything from his, there's the occasional movement of items from one random person's room to the other.
Why is there a flower crown in my room?
It's a familiar sound of a busy home, which hasn't been like that for a long time. Besides the once in a while new client looking for room and board. But as the hours whittle away, it starts to get dark, and the moon looks not full. There's about a half moon right now, and you can see the moonlight shine through the porthole windows of the ship. You pass by the door, now yours, where your dad used to reside. Thinking about everything, it's a bit much, but it seems that things have turned for the better. We'll see what happens as time goes on. Now that you all have a brand new adventure together, to set off to the continent of Rosonia to pursue this bastard of a pirate who has wreaked havoc on many lives here. The nights go by, and the hours go by, and you all head to sleep after having a succulent meal made by Barbados. You all head down for the night, looking to cast off for the morrow. Unless anyone else would like to do more preparation before leaving Rhymecast. I know there are some goodbyes that need to be said, especially to the Varshan family who have been, essentially being your home here. Kratos. It is now nighttime. You have told the party that you wish to leave in the morning, but in order to leave without making a sound or a fuss, Tonight sounds like an opportune time to leave if that is what you wish. You do know that there is a train going to multiple places now due to the large expansion, or you can stay till the morning until your departure. What do you do?
Well, I've said my piece, so now I can leave, I think.
Okay. So you're just going to leave in the middle of the night rather than the morning, just to confirm.
Yes.
Okay. So, Kratos, as everyone goes to sleep, you kind of know how their kind of sleeping patterns as you've been traveling with these people for so long. You and your stealthy companion, as both of you are quite adept at stealth, managed to leave the Navalor in the night. It's been a month or so since stepping on this, but with all this crazy stuff, it's time to head out and try and figure out what's going on, both for the safety of your companions and so that you can focus on getting rid of your lycanthropy or finding something where it no longer affects you. You travel with Abigail, and how would you like to go? You can either take a boat out or a train, or what's up?
I'm also taking Ein with me.
Yes, Ein,
Yeah,
of course.
just making sure.
You can also just travel on Ein. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, with all the water, there's not too far I can go. So, eventually, I think my plan was to start at Paraglass.
Oh, you
So
want to start at Paraglass?
I'm gonna need to get probably an airship of some kind or
Okay.
some kind of air travel.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. With all the amount of commerce and travel and movement in the city, it's not hard for you to find a ship that's heading to the city of Paraglass, the very start of your adventure with the rest of these people. And there's a lot of memories and whatnot that have happened on Paraglass, so to see that place after all this time would be quite an experience. Okay, now I have to ask because sorry to out you, Vuri, but like I need to know what exactly you want. You're messaging me privately. What's up?
Oh, I'm just joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like if you actually want something, I have to understand it proper.
No. It's fine.
Okay. So, Kratos, as you hop on to the next ship to Paraglass, what's on your mind as you think on this journey, not alone, but with a companion and Ein at your side, going to the city where this all started? What's going through your mind?
I'm still mostly thinking of like, what the heck are we gonna do about Brainyell?
Okay, really, so a one-track focus on.
Well,
the
mostly
fact
like
that
every time we've come up against him, he's been stronger and stronger. So it's like it's not even just about me. It's like, what is the party gonna do?
right.
Like, what's the rest of them gonna do?
Okay, so it's less about thoughts on him, but more how are you going to solve your problem and wondering what their next step is.
Yeah, I'm worried about my friends.
Got it. Okay. So as the ship shoves off, you get a reassuring kind of like squeeze on your wrist by Abigail, as if like to silently communicate to you that things are going to be okay and they'll be fine. Just like a gentle squeeze. And as you watch the city of Rhymecast, as large it has become, fade away from view, getting smaller and smaller, you look up into the crisp, cold air and head back inside the ship as you leave the party without them knowing. The following morning, the rest of you wake up, and there is a obvious silence coming from someone's room.
I just
And
want to
that's where
say
we're
that
gonna
I think Graham would have known, but he wouldn't have done anything about it.
I can see that. If anything, I can imagine Graham still like contemplating on stuff.
He knows Kratos well enough to know that he would try to sneak off in the middle of the night, but he didn't want to make a big fuss about it.
Probably, yeah.
Bert would have wanted to know, but he doesn't have nearly enough perception to have heard him because he's sneaky and Bert does not have very good perception.
Well, better than the average Joe for sure.
Oh yeah.
Even if he wouldn't have been able to detect him leaving, it would have just been an assumption that Graham would have made that he would have left in the middle of the night. He didn't figure he would stay till the morning.
Furry's gonna walk into his room with a big pile of fucking peppermint healing potions from way back when to give him and be like, oh, well.
He made him breakfast in bed.
I said I had stuff for him.
Right, and he's gone.
I did forget about that. Yeah.
It's in character.
It's our stuff now.
Oh boy. Well, that's it for today's session. We are going to come back next time in 2 weeks. Same time, same place, same day. And we're going to, well, maybe. We'll see our schedule.
That's it for me. That's 20th.
And, yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure. Hopefully the final arc. It's probably not the final arc, but hopefully it's the final arc.
Whatever you say, Oda.
Oh boy. I swear, like maximum 3 years, okay? Maximum 3 years, I swear.
This is the game that never ends.
Oh boy.
And then we start Skies of Navalor Shippuden.
Shippuden.
Hell yeah.
Although that's basically what this is now, so.
Now, yeah.
He
But
goes to
anyway.
come back.
God, how old are we? Fuck, Naruto's old. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. Till next time.
Yeah. Till next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Let's go to the just chatting room. Oh boy, I still have my desk in front of me. Which I guess is fine. It's just you and me, chat. And by chat, I mean I know some of my players are still here. Thanks, Grizz. But yeah. Normally we would have played this like little sequel like some weeks earlier. But I had some IRL stuff to deal with, and I had some IRL get together with some of the people here. And it was a good time. But yeah, that had to be done, so I didn't have enough time to prep and all that stuff. But looks like things are going to be back on track. We are in a full new story arc after a bunch of time skip, because we literally had a time skip, just like Naruto. That's exactly what happened. And like One Piece, technically. But yeah, next time we come back for this, we are gonna travel to another country, and then they're gonna try to travel to the next country and pursue this guy. This inspiration of locale again was in China, and I was thinking things like, you know how in the Pirates of the Caribbean, you were introduced to the Asian pirates, like the ones from China and those and whatever other country from the East. I forget. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but that's what I was thinking. I figured I'd put some un-Asian spin on this, and of course with fantasy, you gotta have serpentine dragons, and I'm thinking really high elevations, so it's still gonna be steampunk. It's still gonna be in the sky, and a lot of new tech and a lot of new enemies. So hopefully, some people picked up where Hendrin is. If they haven't, they'll figure it out eventually. And they have a bunch of new objectives, so we're excited for that. all we need is a straw hat. I mean, yeah, more or less. This game, Grizz, was inspired by Mass Effect, One Piece, and something else. I forget what the third one was, but yeah, definitely One Piece. I wanted to make it a massive world. I wanted to have a bunch of locales, a lot of different biomes for them to visit, and then we've kind of done that. We've gone to the desert, we've gone underwater, we've gone to an icy area, we've gone to the sky, a lot of places. Calling me a nerd, I'm a DM. Of course I am. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Next stream is probably, today is Sunday. I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. I'm not too sure what I'm gonna do. I'm still gonna deal with my schedule, but we have some collabs in the works. Tuesday is not a stream day, so it's probably gonna be Monday, Wednesday. Wednesday, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but Wednesday I'm picking up Space Marines 2. with Kai. We're going to do a second session of that to play more of that rip and tear game. And then a bunch of neat stuff. I'm still dealing with the schedule, so we're going to see. Anyways, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time, either on YouTube for some uploads or on Monday, tomorrow night. Take care, everyone. And remember, drink water and sleep well, yada, yada, yada. Actually, before we do that, we can just raid someone. I actually haven't raided anyone today. It's been a long time since I've raided because I haven't done this in a while. So bear with me as I find someone to raid. Let's see here, guys. Let's see who we gonna raid today. Ooh, Mayoshi's streaming right now. We could invite her, see what's going on. You guys and your bonks. Oh, I know who we can raid. Someone who I recently made friends with. They are a lovely, lovely bear VTuber. Give them some love. They got a cute model. I love the stuff that they're doing. They're currently just chatting, so I don't know what they're up to. But let's go and raid Milky Bear. So, please copy the raid message and send this over when I send you over to Milky Bear. So we're gonna go /raid. Let's see, where is she? In fact, Milky is one of the people who might be playing D&D with me next week. So, send her some love, behave, don't be too chaotic, and I'll see you tomorrow. Raid has been created. Alright. Okay, I'll see you guys over there. Bye-bye.